gonna love you. As long as you love you, love you, love you. As long as you love you, I'm gonna love you. As long as you love you, I'll give you all my cars and all my jewelry. Love you. I sacrifice my love 'cause it's unruly. In the back of my mind, girl, I'm ready to settle down with you. I buy you that house that you want. I keep my promise with you. Girl, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Need your love, your love, your love, your love, your love.
Your man, Kimber.
Understand. Only one that
What?
I understand. I can tell
You drunk?
that you're my number one. Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Now I'm
Oh shoot. Oh, talking about on here?
waste time with them other girls. Them not compared to you.
And you need a mute soup something.
Something ain't mute.
Temptation away.
What you said?
But God
That's
bless
muted.
me. Now one,
Oh shit.
me not chase.
Yeah, it's muted.
I gon' share my jewels. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I gon' share everything, baby. Any call, anything.
Testing 1 2 1 2 testing. Ah.
As long as you love, as long as you love, as long as you love, as long as you love you,
That's right, man. It is the morning, bro. I'm yours truly, Don P, getting it in, doing it how I do it. Back after a long vacation. Shouts out to my Brew crew tapped in this morning. I got my main man, Mr. Servon, in the building, and we got a dope show lined up for you on a big old Friday. Y'all bear with us this morning, man. I'm playing producer. We getting everything together, getting all the camera shots lined up so that we could give you the best possible programming that we can offer. Serve over there getting it together. He twisting on, turning on stuff over there.
I got too much going on over here.
You got too much going on over there. Hey, look, you got a lot of stuff hooked up over there. You got a lot of
Yeah.
There you go, right there, though.
But I'm
that,
still a big deal.
That look nice right there. That look nice right there, man.
No pause on myself. I do look nice.
You look nice. Look. You see it hit you with a little hand clap right there.
Yeah. I pat myself on the back and take the hand clap from you. I take it.
Good to see you, man. Shouts out to some of them people tapped in over there. I see on I'm looking on your page over there. I see LGJJ tapped in this morning, man. Adrena Winfrey tapped in this morning.
Fu Kang, what's happening?
Kang tapped in this morning. Who else we got tapped in? Rose Black Gold tapped in this morning.
Krillo Luciferin.
Yeah, good morning.
What's happening, bro?
Also want to remind each and every person that's tapped in this morning, man, make sure you go and follow us on YouTube. The Morning Brew on YouTube, bro, spelled BREWE. I want to start off this show, man, saying congratulations to all of the parents of graduates this year, man. It has been a whirlwind for me.
Well, I accept mine.
You good. I'm glad.
And they didn't have at Slidell's graduation.
Yeah, they ain't have no fights at Collins Hill's graduation in Georgia either. We ain't have not a one fight out there.
I sent the last one off, man, and hopefully she get out my pocket.
Well,
that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, she not getting out. She's not getting out your pocket. And honestly, I haven't sent the last one off. I'm just gonna be real.
Well, no, she haven't left for college, but I'm saying that once they get that diploma, go across the stage, that's the preliminary. You're on your way. And once I get on college campus, I'm done with you. I don't know you. I don't know you. No, you know.
Man, you can't even you can't do the kids like that. You can't do the kids like that.
She's the one with the, made me make the promise and being the soft dad, like you always tell me. She the one before high school when she got a little first job. I said, whatever you make, I'm a match. That's been killing me, bro.
That's been killing
you,
bro.
She work a job and she do braiding hair on the weekend. It's been killing me, bro.
Well, at least she getting out there doing her thing though. That's all that you could. That's
Yeah,
all that you could ever wish for. Is that all you could ever wish for is a kid to get out there and do their thing.
but do you have that kid that surprises you with the stuff they do? like you just be like, what?
Ah man,
They so innovative, and I love that.
I don't know
But
because my kids. I'll be realistic with you. They n- I'm never amazed at what they come up with.
no, I got that last one that considered a baby, but she's like the second strongest to me. Like she the one I would say, that will protect everybody else on a physical matter. You know what I'm saying? She the attitude one that jump quick, but she's so innovative of what she wants to do and what she wants to get in, and she likes to send you the research of what she want to do and the budget of what it's gonna cost you and what she's standing to make it and when she might pay you back. So she that one, like you know what I'm saying. So she surprises me every time with something, bro.
Who is that, man? I see the curvy lioness on your page, man. They said hello, my darlings, my bestie Don P and Serve. You still owe me a karaoke song.
Oh, Don, that's you. You're
Come see me next Wednesday.
the curvy lioness. You know how I am about Instagram names. I think I'm gonna have to put that up in my top 10. With who else I got? About the curvy lioness. Go in there, and
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh
there
my.
it is. That we ain't gonna sing. I ain't gonna sing. But the curvy lioness, I like that. And then we in Bayo Social where I'm looking at the lion, the lion theme that he has in here. You know what I'm saying? His African theme that he has up in here. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. The curvy lioness, you know what I'm saying? Got the lions on the wall in here. I'm feeling real African now after her Instagram. I think she get Instagram name of the day. You know what I'm saying? 504 successful, tall Larry. My dog in here, Blacks for Trump 25. So before y'all start, y'all got to get to know him and understand him. That's my dog, man. What's happening? I'm glad you're here because we got I got my political talk today. We're gonna have our poet and Miss JB5, hopefully she show up, she Blacks for Trump 25. My dog, strong brother, strong and opinionated. JB5 she is a Donald Trump guy. I mean female. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So you're gonna have a partner in here today. But
Right,
that's my
right,
dude,
right.
man. If you go to this page, it's not for the weak. He's
Say
strong about his black people.
so
And
this page is not for the weak.
no, man, he's somebody that basically like, whatever they trying to take from us, whatever we ain't needed anyway, go get it out there. He's that type, and he believes in what Donald Trump is doing, and President Trump, excuse me. I have to keep that respect. He's the commander in charge. He believes in is that me? Oh, that's you.
No, that was me over here
Okay.
getting stuff
What?
together.
It was you?
Yeah, that was me. That was me. That was me. That was me.
Usually you run the production perfectly.
I make a mistake every now and then. I was actually giving me another view so that I can kind of watch what's going on.
Fat Mac Jets in here. You know what I'm
Got a
saying?
lot of people tapped in. Let me go. Got S.
Also,
Muhammad tapped
yeah.
in over on the other side. LGJJ Productions is in the building.
Also the Don 70.
You'll get that link in one hot second, LG. I got you. I ain't forget about you, bro. We got another interview we're
It's
gonna do a little
cost
bit
you,
later.
LJ.
LJGG. Wait, yeah. Did I say that right? I'm losing
I
my
can say what I'm about to say. It's gonna cost you, LJ. I need a midget stripper with some
LGJJ.
LGJ is gonna cost you a midget stripper with a Kango on and some Timberland boots.
Whoa.
That's what I need.
That is a lot going
15
on.
minutes. 15 minutes. I need 2 dances.
That's Lenny, the curvy lioness. That's Lenny. I know who that is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, do for self, my boy. Do for self. Trump is just exposing what the Democrats don't do for us after we give them our loyalty.
Say that again. Wait, what happened?
He said, do for self. Trump is just exposing what the Democrats don't do for us after we give them our loyalty. I ain't here to be hostile, but just showing love, sir. I know you. I never look at you as hostility.
Man, the Democrats or the Republicans don't get it done.
They don't get it done. But see, what I like about my dude
And then I was working on my taxes after the deadline because I'm after the deadline at this point.
You way after the deadline.
I'm way after the deadline. That's me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I pay a penalty every year because I'll be waiting to the last minute. I file extensions, I do all of that stuff. But let me tell you something. I was working on these taxes the other day, and one of the things that I found out, Trump lied again.
They about to get you.
Trump, he did. He lied again. We ain't getting no tax breaks. He actually cut some of the deductions, and then I just realized this.
Did you
some of the
business?
deductions?
You did business or individual?
Did business and individual.
Yeah,
I do both.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have all of these deductions. It was supposed to be new.
Yeah, some write-offs.
New write-offs and all of that good stuff. It wasn't no new write-offs. I did have some write-offs.
I tried to write off my dog, Sugar.
But it wasn't no new write-offs, man. It ain't that was a lie. I'm telling you from personal experience. It was a lie. My tax preparer told me and showed me the rule books because I asked about everything because that's what type of person I am. I said,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Show me the rule. I'm like, what you mean I can't deduct that?
Oh man.
What do you mean I can't deduct that?
Hey man, let me tell you something, man. At this point in time, right now, like I told somebody on the post, I'm telling y'all right now, stop complaining. Not you.
My boy said you didn't file correctly. You gotta get a new tax person.
Yeah. I've been telling people, man.
Don't blame my president. Oh Lord.
That's my dude.
Where's Miss JV5?
Yeah, she got a partner in here.
She got a partner in here.
Let me tell you what I told you.
Now, one thing I will give Trump supporters, and then I'm gonna let you tell me.
Yeah,
look, this is one thing I will give Trump supporters. They are loyal.
Oh no, that's what part of it. What I said. I said, if you are black and you're arguing whether it's a black man or a white guy, let me tell you something. If they believe in this administration, they're going down with the ship, no matter how many wrong. Now my guy Black for Trump, he will point out. He's not one to make excuses. He will point out where what's wrong is wrong, right? But like I tell people, stop paying attention and looking at what, all the things that's simply going on. Follow the money. Follow the money. He went to China. China got a new stock. What that's going to tell you. If he coming back with a petroleum stock for America Petroleum, follow the money. Donald J. Trump Enterprises. I'm gonna say it. I don't like a lot what goes on with his administration.
Sir said, "Follow the bread."
But I tell you what I do have. I got stock in DJT Enterprises. I tell you that, and I can honestly say on some crazy days, when it go up and down, and then it goes back up. You know what I'm saying? A few dollars hit that little count, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're working it right, man. So. I just tell people, stop complaining. What's done is done. What's going on and what's going on. Yes, some of the rollbacks, some of the things that we feel with civil rights. Yeah, okay, voice your opinion, but follow the money, man.
Follow the bread.
Because you can't do nothing about it. What you gonna do? He here.
Hey, man. We're gonna keep the party rolling. We'll get into more Trump conversation later. Shouts out to Miss JV5. She have entered the chat.
KD94.
All right, man. We shouting them out, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button.
Made me a hidden believer. Miss JV5, I want you to meet Blacks for Trump 25. That's my guy. He's one of them that you could disagree with and don't become disrespectful. Like if you don't agree with him with something that Donald Trump does and his beliefs in Donald Trump's administration, he doesn't become disrespectful. A lot of black men, they get mad and they call you out your name. Miss JV5, you have an ally here today. A very big ally, so to say.
All right, man. Also, man, gonna be tapping in. I got my guy Mason in the building, man. We're gonna be talking about these African awards. They got African awards that's coming up in New Orleans. Cafe Instable. So they celebrate that.
I want to have some African cuisine because
I gotta find out about this African culture. They got African culture right here in New Orleans.
Yeah. Always have. I
we gotta get into that.
But it's not as prevalent like it should. To say we have such roots, you know what I'm saying, through the West Indies and everything else. But I hope they got some African cuisine because you know me, I'm about my big back activity. It don't matter what the cuisine and where it's from. Is there some good food gonna be there? That's what I want to know.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come right back. I'm gonna chop it up with my man Mason. While I'm playing this music, man, what I want y'all to do, or what I want you guys to do,
Boss
is to
KD94. What up? I'm sorry.
make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that share button. It's the Morning Brew. We about to get ready to get into it. I'm gonna jump into a quick music break. When I come back, I got Mason in the building. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, let's go. Feel like an Irie weekend this weekend, man. Real Irie.
Real Irie weekend.
Irie, yeah, I'm sorry. I messed the word up. I know the good thing would be to get really Irie. Might have to visit one of the vehicles later.
Just to be with you.
Free Your Mind Fridays. Frollo Lucifer firing. Free Your Mind Fridays. There you go. Salute to Big Duck, Tambourine and Faye. Oh man. Yes, Big Duck. Yes. That's me as uncle.
I'll give you all my cars and all my jewelry. Sacrifice my love, cause it's unruly. In the back of my mind, girl, I'm ready to settle down with you. I'll buy you that house that you want. I'll keep my promise with you. Girl, I know. Need your love. I declare for your love, cause you understand. You're the only one that I understand. I can tell right now you're my number one. Yeah. No one, me not call, me not chase, me not waste time with them other girls. Them not compare to you, them not come close to you. Temptation away, but God please tell them. Me not want, me not call, me not chase. I gon' keep my promises, I gon' share my jewelries. I gon' share everything, any call, anything. As long as you love you.
I think so.
Betty. Keep bringing. This is article classic. Never been done like this before. Let's go. I'ma put my hands up. I'ma put my hands up. Haters, put both hands up. Put both hands up. Cause he made me great. God made me great.
That's right, man. Just not take it back in. Of course, it is the Morning Brew. I'm yours, Shirley Don P. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Miss Need, one score Need. What's happening with it? She said, "Where y'all been at?" I was on vacation, baby. I was on vacation.
Yeah, Don was
I had to go spend some time with the sun, man.
Don was on the beach with his shirt off. Pause.
No, that was a couple weeks before.
That was a couple weeks before.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks before. I was over there in ATL this time, man. Man, my son leaving me, man. He going to college. I wanted to spend some time with him, man.
I'm so proud of that young man.
Oh, man, I am super excited about what he got coming up.
What's going to happen in football season, right?
Oh, yeah, it's going down.
Yeah, when ESPN and the cameras hit the stands and I got my shirt off in 20-degree weather, I'm doing it.
I told him, I said, he said, Dad, you've been spending a lot of time. I said, yeah, we getting ready for that NIL deal.
Yeah.
I want the first call.
Keep it real. Keep my boy Boss KD 94 Dallas, Texas, in the D-town of DFW, man. I'm coming back. I'm coming to shoot a movie out there, man. Oh, hold on.
That's what's up.
I got to do the announcement. Dizzle and the keys on. You ready? I say a Dizzle on the keys, Dizzle on the keys.
Dizzle on the
keys. On the
keys.
keys, Dizzle on the keys. I say a Dizzle on the keys. What's happening?
Since you're shouting out Dizzle on the keys, man, I'll take this opportunity to tell everybody, man, birthday bash going down. Roy Chip Anthony, Hot Boy Ronald. Just to name a few. Don P, I'm hosting that joint.
You didn't even offer me to be on there. You act like I don't have plaques on my wall.
Dizzle asked you multiple times. We keep going through this.
No, Dizzle don't.
Dizzle has asked you. They have heard us talk about this on the show before.
Do you get the badge?
Every time I announce the birthday badge, which is going down July the 2nd at Blue Now.
Do you get a?
You say you wasn't invited.
Do I get a gift bag like
every time I re-invite you?
I'm a big deal. I want a gift bag like the Grammys.
All right. Wait. Serve on a gift bag, man.
You know what? I don't want it from Dizzle because Dizzle might put things in there. No.
If you get a gift bag from Dizzle,
it might be a good bag. Yeah, Dizzle. I don't want it from you.
He will have the best party favors.
Yes, he will. I see Dre X444 on there. Who we got? Mitch Locate. Mitch. I almost say it wrong. We got Cruz Tyson. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So if I mispronounce Miss Trinice, I'm just shouting y'all out.
All right. Okay. We about to get ready to jump back into the show. It is the Morning Brew. I'm Don P. I got my main man, Mr. Servon, in the building. And also, I have added another guest in the chat. I'm gonna give him my second camera. I'm gonna go one camera over here, give my guest the second camera. Let me see if I can.
You want me to turn it, or you want me to turn mine?
However you want to do it. You closer. You closer.
You always want to use me, man.
Pause.
Pause.
Never. All right, I got my main man Mason in the building. If you that mic going over there for you, Mason?
I think so.
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, man.
Why are you speaking with that? I think so.
He
done hit the Teddy Pendergraph over here, man, with the deep voice, man.
Well, one thing about Mason is I actually have worked with him in radio before.
That's right.
I worked with Mason in radio before. So he is here today to tell us about something else that he's got going on. But before you get ready to do that, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, a little bit about yourself, etc. And you can kind of introduce the event that you have coming up this week.
Thank you, Don. So my name is Mason Harrison. I'm a local. I'm a communications consultant. I've done a lot of work with local nonprofits, social justice nonprofits in the city, focusing on things that are important to our community, which is why I'm hosting this event this weekend called the Africa Awards. It is the first one that we're putting on. This is the inaugural event. And so we are putting this on because I personally believe that the awards that many of us pursue, whether they're the Grammys, the Emmys, the Tonys, are a little more than participation trophies in which we participate in our own oppression. And so therefore, what we need is to recognize those people who are doing revolutionary and liberatory work in our community. And so there are 3 organizations that we're going to honor this year. The first award is the Africa Award for Reproductive Justice.
Wow. That's what's up. Yeah.
So the concept of reproductive justice was coined by Black women in the 1990s, and it goes beyond the pro-choice, pro-life, Eurocentric binary. And it says, hey, listen, regardless of where you stand on this issue, what we need is justice. We need to be able to have our children in safe, affirming, loving environments and be able to raise them in those same environments.
Wow.
And so this organization that works here in our state is the Birthmark Doula Collective. It is the only doula cooperative in the state of Louisiana, and they host an annual summit called Black Birth Matters. And so we're going to recognize them. The next award is the National Liberation Award, which goes to a low-power microgrid radio station called Bull Bolbancha Liberation Radio.
All
So
right.
the land that we're on right now was called Bolbancha before the Europeans showed up, gentrified it, and called it New Orleans. And so
Wow.
we are not the only people who face white supremacy. And so therefore we think it's important to honor them and their work as well.
Mhm.
And then last but not least, this year we have the Africa Award for Emancipatory Pedagogy. Pedagogy is another word for education, or the process of education. And that's going to go to the Willie Mae Toussaint Academy, which is an Afrocentric independent Black school. So these types of schools were really popular back in the 1990s, but they've fallen off, but they're still around. And that's one that's located here, the Willie Mae Toussaint Academy. We're going to honor them. So it's important to get awards and recognition for your work. We want people their flowers while they're here, but it's even better if you can get money to continue your mission. And so each awardee will receive a perpetual grant. So the grant does not expire. So we will continue to fund you as long as you exist and as long as your mission coincides with the reason why we funded you.
How you get nominated for one of these awards?
Well, so I did all the nominations this year, but going forward, I'm going to transfer this out to a jury of my peers, and they're going to make the selection. And hopefully we'll expand award categories going forward. I want to do journalism, entertainment, music, art, literature, theater.
Hold up. That means I qualify. I will accept it.
I will accept it right now.
You know, Don and I, we could share the award for entertainment. I'll accept it on behalf of everybody I was in the trenches with. And Don, no, go ahead. I just heard the award entertainment.
I understand.
You know, but no, man. Everything that you said right now is taking me back. You know what I'm saying? because it's so much what we need cultural and educational wise, and what you guys are doing, you know, and what you're doing. But I'm gonna ask the first question, Don. I'm gonna ask you something. Number one, where are you from?
Okay.
That's number one. You know, and number two, why the passion for all of this? What made you really, you know, say, this is my passion. This is what I'm gonna do. Because you didn't just explain it like you was reading it off, you know what I'm saying, off of a sheet or a prompt, a prompter. You know, you read it like I know it because I live it. So, you know, that's what I would really like to know. Number one, where you from? And then number two, where did the passion come from and why? Was it a story behind it that made you say, no, I got to make a difference, and this is where I'm going to make a difference, and this is where I'm going to be passionate at?
So that's a good question. So to your first question, I'm originally from New Orleans. I lived here until I was 9, and then me and my family, we moved away, and I was gone for about 2 decades. Visited over the years to visit family, but moved back on a permanent basis about 15 years ago. And so I've been home ever since.
Okay.
And so most of the work that I've done has been in social justice, public policy, electoral politics, things of that nature. I was a journalist for many years, a political journalist. I covered worker safety and health. That exposed me to a lot of the healthcare disparities that we have in our community. I did food and drug law. That exposed me to a lot of the fact that these tests, these drug trials, we are not included in.
Yeah.
And so therefore there are disparities when it comes to efficacy, when it comes to our people and things that we need. And I did worker safety and health, and the fact that we are disproportionately impacted by at workplace accidents and things of this nature.
So university you went to?
So I actually went right here to the University of New Orleans, but I dropped out in my junior year when I realized that there's a difference between education and schooling. I was being schooled, I wasn't being educated.
Okay, yeah, now you go back. I just want to know.
How did you come up with the name of the awards, right? Because when I first heard the name of the awards, and when you started talking about the honorees of the awards, it was a little bit different from what I was expecting based off of the name. So talk a little bit about the name of the awards and like kind of how that played into your concept of building these awards.
Okay, excellent. So the name of the awards is the Africa Awards, but Africa is spelled with a K. Now, why is that? Because number one, that was the original spelling of our motherland. It was the Europeans who changed the K to a C, starting with the Portuguese.
Oh,
So we're going back to the way it was originally spelled. So that's number one. Also, politically, we spell Africa with a K because we are distinguishing ourselves, people who are melanated, Africans with a K from Africans with a C. Now, Africans with a C can be Arabs, they can be Europeans, they can be Indians. All these people came to Africa and colonized Africa. So we are separating ourselves. So Africa with a K applies to all Black people on the continent and throughout the diaspora. So it doesn't matter if you're born here in New Orleans or born in Nigeria, you are African with a K. That is why it is spelled that way. And everything that we're going to build will have that nomenclature. So we are going to have youth sports and gaming league later on this year called Africa Athletics. We're going to have a monthly Afrocentric social gathering called Africa After Hours. And we will brand this across many, many verticals that we need in our community, whether it's engineering, whether it's motor vehicles, whether it's healthcare, Africa Medical, Africa Dental, Africa Pharmaceuticals, Africa Cosmetics. This is just the beginning.
Okay. Before I get ask one question, great Keith Carroll show is in here, man. Keith Carroll in here, man. Just wanted to give him a big shout out, man.
Shout out to my guy Keith Carroll,
the cleanest dress out here. You know what I'm saying? Keith did that. That's what I say. Keith, when you see Keith Carroll, Keith did that. Who did it? Keith. But
and Keith also done visit over here. We're broadcasting live at By Your Social, man. 2025 North Claiborne. He's actually visited over here a couple of times, and
was he dressed to the T like he usually be?
Always,
Keith
always,
take it back
always.
To my day, man. He don't step out unless he's looking right, man. I like that about Keith, man. Keith, then he do his walk away when he after he let you see his fit, then he walk away.
what Keith always say?
So we're wrestling. What do you call it? Wrestling? I ain't heard him wrestle out here. It ain't wrestling. They don't wrestling out here, man.
Hello.
So big shout out to Keith, man. Big shout out. But I know we're getting back to but let me
the Africa Awards. It's going down at Cafe Istanbul, right?
Cafe Istanbul.
And what's the date again?
Also tomorrow, May 30th. And the reason why we're doing it now is because May 25th is Africa Liberation Day. That is the anniversary in 1963 of the founding of the Organization of African Unity, now known as the African Union. So we're doing this to coincide with that. And in the years to come, this entire week will be filled with events. But we're starting with this award show tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. at Cafe Istanbul, inside the New Orleans Healing Center.
I do have a question though, because when we talk about, like, you know, Africa liberation, and in our political climate right now, I feel like there have been a lot of people that have put an effort in. What's the word that I want to use? Let's just say discourse or dysfunction amongst Africans and African Americans. What's your thoughts on that? Is that a planned attack? Is that more propaganda than it is true? Just give me your testimony on that. And because you are working with this particular event, and a lot of the things that you are doing is based around the motherland. And I know a lot of times it seems that, you know, African Americans and the African culture, sometimes I've seen a wedge drawn in between the two.
Yeah, answer that, because you know, answer that. That's a good
so
question.
For the people who are driving that wedge, if they're not paid agents, they are certainly doing our adversaries' work for him. And so the artificial lines that are drawn on the map on the continent of Africa are drawn by the same people who draw artificial lines in our minds that separate us. And I don't say that to flatten Blackness. We are not all the same. There are many ethnic groups among us, even right here in this United States. But at the end of the day, Black solidarity is what is necessary. Yes, we have differences among us, but all of those differences are subordinate to the thing that we need, and that is liberation. And so we have to put these differences aside to serve a greater goal. And so I am a Pan-African Black nationalist. And so, yes, I see all Black people as being marginalized in a similar fashion, and therefore we must unite. So back in the 1980s, so the United States invaded Grenada, and the leader there was Maurice Bishop, if my memory is correct. And Grenada is an English-speaking country, and Maurice Bishop was a revolutionary.
Yeah.
Years later, CIA documents were declassified. And in those documents, what we learned is that the United States government was really concerned about Maurice Bishop, not just because of his revolutionary politics, but because he spoke English. Now, why was it a problem? It's because they were concerned that his revolutionary rhetoric could be easily understood by Black people here in the United States. Yeah. So here's my question to those people who are not Pan-Africanist, who do not believe in Black solidarity. If this is such a fool's errand, why is it that our adversaries work overtime to make sure that it doesn't happen?
Because I think also, because that was the same thing with Shea from Cuba.
Yes.
Shea, where it's like they had to put a stop to him because of what he would have brought across to Latin Americans and Cuban Americans, which would have woken them up. So I remember that with Grenada. Okay, I'm gonna ask this. Big shout out to my guy, Six Man, one of the big time music executive.
What up, Six?
You know what I'm saying?
That's my guy.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. I'm proud of him. let me ask you this, because Don just asked a question, because I was one to have visited Africa when I was in the Navy.
Where'd you go?
And oh God, oh man, God, it's at the bottom of the Navy. Oh man, I'd be ashamed of myself. I was ship pulled in, and we God, I can't remember, because I know it was a lot real French speaking, because I remember when we got to France, I met Africans in France that were related to the ones when I was in Africa. I'm sorry to not to, but and I saw how they were treated in France. And I remember when we were in Africa, we sitting out talking, and I remember one of them said, which made me mad, and it kind of kept me with a certain feeling, where he was like, "You guys, it's okay. Where you guys are, he was like, you guys are mixed." And he was like, because my eyes are lighter and whatever, whatnot. And it made me mad. I was so happy when we got off the ship to say, I'm here, and then that just gave me this. And I know a lot of people like me have felt the same way.
Yes.
And feel like, okay, they don't accept us. Why should we accept saying, okay, yeah, that's where our motherland is, if they don't accept us?
That's a very good question.
And as we are now with Essence, and a lot of things with Essence Festival, they're saying, of course, it's on more, and the executives over are of African descent, right? And they're saying, okay, they don't understand the culture of Essence, and it's taken away from the Black culture, and their leadership has been a mistake, because they don't understand, Black Americans, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing, the titles, like, don't call yourself African American, call yourself Black American, so, outside it, because that's why I'm glad he asked that question and you answered it. But, where does that come from? Why is the not the division that they're causing, but even the individuals, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, these are rooted in
because they say we spoiled it. That's what I was told. We spoiled as Black Americans.
So these are rooted in stereotypes. So when I was a kid, and I'm sure this may have been the case for you as well, we used to call each other African booty scratchers, right? Which is a terrible thing to do when you consider the fact that, well, wait a minute.
It was in one of the movies.
Right.
It was in what, Boys in the Hood. Yeah.
Right.
And people on the continent have words for us, right? Depending upon where you're from on the continent. These things are all subversive, and they all do our adversaries' work for us. And so the way I look at it is, not every Black person in this country is my brother, and not every Black person on the continent is going to be my brother either. And so my tribe are those people who think like me, who are ideologically aligned with me. It's not just about the melanin. The melanin is an important piece, but it's not just about the melanin. And so for every person on the continent, for every person on the continent who feels that way, who rejects solidarity with Black people in the diaspora, there are people who feel differently. I follow them online. I correspond with them. I watch their social media channels. They are out there. So let us not let the few divert us from what our mission is, because when we divide amongst ourselves, we do our adversaries' work for us.
Why do they
or
show
for them, I should say?
Why do they show, people think of Johannesburg, and when they, with Mandela and things like that, but the beauty of Johannesburg and the beaches, what I'm saying, Zambia, all these different beautiful places in Africa. And we know of course, we know the minerals. We know how important the continent
is, rich,
how the continent,
people are poor.
Yeah, and the continent, and of course, that's going to be the new fight going forward, because China's there, Russia there, we're there, France is there, Burkina Faso, like we've learned about him, and all of a sudden, they have Duterte, I think his name, I almost mispronounce it. They have erased talking about him. Once he said no, no longer to France and to other places, no longer. You will not eat off our backs.
That's right.
And then nobody's showing the world news is not showing the progress he's done, and whatnot. And then, and things like that. What is the reason for that? We know what people want from Africa. We know, what I'm saying, we know the fact of minerals and being the basically the greatest continent for everything, where everything started. What I'm saying? Why is it that it's like they have to stay in their place, and you guys over here, we want you guys to dislike them. Because like I told him, we was joking when he came, I said, yeah, I want to talk to them. I want to talk to him because I know how I feel. My feelings was hurt, and I'm man enough to say it when I was there. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that right now, this this discord right now at this point in time?
And it is crazy though. I'll jump in with you right there and say, for me, it's crazy because even though we're very similar people, I have a totally different perspective. Like, I had a lot of friends that were from Africa when I lived in Atlanta. My friend who we met other people in Atlanta. One of my best friends and business partners actually went to Nigeria. Is that where Lagos?
Yep.
Yeah, he actually went to Nigeria, lived in Nigeria for like 2.5 years, had a store in the mall, and this guy's from Cleveland. If you feel what I'm saying, and these relationships was off of relationships that we met with guys just throwing concerts in Atlanta and built relationships with them. And so when he was telling me his perspective, my perspective was so different, and I was like, "Wait, well, I never felt like that." And I guess I'll go back to the way you answered the question and kind of talked about we have to be mindful of those smaller. Like, it may be one situation, but there's also another tribe of people that feel differently. So I guess I kind of expand on that question and just talk about, like, why does it seem like that negative perspective get more attention than that positive perspective, and what can we do to make those relationships stronger? Because I feel like we need to be united.
Yeah.
As melanated people, as people who have the right ideology, as people who are trying to make the best in this world, we have to find a way, no matter how we feel, we have to find a way to be united. And what's your suggestion on that?
So the first thing we can do is to not identify with our colonial identities, right? So I don't refer to myself as an American. I'm an American by birth, but not by ideology. I have no control over where I was born. I have U.S. citizenship by virtue of the fact that I was born here inside these United States. But that's about it. I don't have to identify with my colonizers.
Have you traced your lineage?
Yes, Nigerian, Igbo.
Wow.
Having said that, though, so whether you are Jamaican, Haitian, American, Canadian, these are all colonial identities, right? So I refer to myself as a person of African descent, first, last, and always.
Okay.
So that's number one. Number two, why does this negative propaganda persist? It's because, well, all media is propaganda. All media intends to convey a message explicitly or implicitly. Jacques Chirac, former president of France, said about 30 years ago now, he said, if it wasn't for Africa, France would be a third world country. Have you ever seen the political cartoon? There's a huge fat man who's wearing a suit. He's huge. And sitting across from him is an emaciated, skinny black man with a spoon toward the fat man's mouth. Above the fat man's head is the word France. Above the skinny man's head is the word Africa.
Wow.
This is the way the system of racial capitalism works. We're not just in a capitalist society, we're in a racial capitalist society. So what is that? Cedric Robinson wrote a book back in 1983, former professor at Harvard, describing the system of capitalism, how it works, and the roles of different ethnic groups. Our job is to provide the labor and the resources. Without Africa, the West could not survive. Europe is not exactly a bountiful place.
Yeah,
yes,
Europe,
they grow
I
things
thought you were about to say
there,
Europe
but it
also.
is cold and barren. Africa is plentiful. Everything grows there. It is chock full of minerals. Along the coast of Namibia, the diamonds are so plentiful. De Beers has a ship, only ship of its kind in the world. It just sails along the coast, and it's essentially a large vacuum cleaner. It just sucks up the diamonds from the shore. But do the people of Namibia benefit from that? No, they don't. In Nigeria, which you were talking about, it's an oil-rich country. Why isn't Nigeria as rich as Saudi Arabia or the United Arab Emirates? It's because it's permission. Some people have permission to accumulate wealth and others do not. So Akito, his first name escapes me, but Dangote is his last name. The richest man in Africa. He's an industrialist. He's a cement, steel, oil, whatever the case may be. He just opened a refinery in Nigeria. He says, listen, we have all this oil underneath our feet. Exxon is cheating us. Why don't we pull the oil, refine it ourselves? Because the way it works is you provide the raw materials, you ship it to Europe, they refine it, you purchase it back at a higher price. You ever heard of Swiss chocolate? There's no cocoa tree in all of Switzerland. All the cocoa comes from West Africa. They're just now starting their own chocolate industry. So back to Dangote, he starts this refinery. Then the World Bank or the IMF, they're about two peas in a pod. They say, well, listen, we're concerned about you relying on this one refinery. This could really jeopardize your energy industry. That's a hint to say you need to shut this down. You need to buy oil from the West, or we're going to revisit these loans that we're going to give you. Haiti. The Clintons destroyed Haiti's rice industry. The Haitians were trying to build up their own rice industry. Bill Clinton and his wife insisted that the Haitians import rice from the United States, but it was cheaper and it destroyed the Haitian rice industry. This is by design. It is not as if African people don't know how to manage their own affairs, don't have resources under their feet, or don't have the know-how and intellect to manage the states that they live in. But this is by design.
In Burkina Faso, that's what he's showing.
This is what he is doing.
He's showing him when he
and this is why they refer to him as a dictator.
Yeah.
This is why they put sanctions on him.
This
is why they say all these things to keep us from looking beyond that.
Yeah, because he's showing it. He's taking a country where now the trees don't grow in the desert. Now he has crops out there. He's now importing peanuts because they are one of the biggest, and the cocoa farms also. And now he's importing and selling direct from his country to the consumers, you know what I'm saying? And it's showing that they're very intelligent and understanding of everything, you know.
Our people were the first sailors.
Yeah.
We came to the West before Columbus. We were astronomers.
I was talking to my cousin Kobe tapped in this morning. I know he's loving this conversation right here. This is him right here.
We introduced the Europeans to bathing.
It
was the Moors.
Yeah,
it was the Moors.
Who
taught these people how to wash their behind.
Yes, the Moors.
They weren't bathing. We taught them this.
So because it's the beginning of civilization.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I want to do one quick thing real quick. I want to do one quick thing because I know we're not going to have Mason forever, but I do want to reiterate. I have a couple people asking about the award show. Cafe Istanbul
tomorrow, 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yes.
And is it for all ages? It's
for all ages. We're going to have traditional African face painting for children for all ages. There's a fashion show.
You have entertainers?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I should have mentioned that. Okay. So aside from the three awardees, we're going to have an African dance troupe that's going to perform. So back in the 1990s, these musicians came up with a concept about the Middle Passage. So we know that enslaved African women who were pregnant, some of them jumped overboard and some of them were pushed overboard if they were disagreeable. The ones who jumped voluntarily did so because they refused to be enslaved. Well, obviously, these women did not make it at sea, but they are retelling that story. These women not only lived, but they gave birth at sea, and their children created an underwater African civilization. It's an Afrofuturistic retelling of our history. This dance troupe is going to perform their interpretation of that. Then we're going to have a fashion show that's going to tell the story of Mother Africa. Crochet fiber artist D'Artagnan Croft. It's all knitwear. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be colorful, and she's going to perform this fashion show tomorrow. So we have the fashion show, we have an opening ceremony, a closing ceremony, and we have the dance performance.
Let me ask you this, since related to what you said, the fashion show, and I just recently, because I do this, I always look on YouTube at night and find, just to look at culture things, right? Especially with Africa. And now I found something interesting. Does this relate to that certain troops is certain clothing or colors that they wear, whether it's their all hair is red and their skin red, and then it's certain patterns of the stuff that they make and they design it and they're to wear, and that's how you describe and know what that tribe is.
Yes.
So is that part of the reason of really explaining it, to let people understand how important it is? The colors that you see, you might see, oh, those beautiful colors, but they all mean something.
They have incredible meaning behind them. So we have a lot of kente cloth that we wear here in the United States.
That's the only thing we're taught.
Right.
right or wrong.
But Africa has a plethora of beautiful patterns, right? There's mud cloth, there's kente cloth, there's a whole host of colors and patterns based upon the tribe or community or ethnic group that you come from. Kente cloth actually originally was reserved just for royals. And now, of course, anyone can wear it, right? But it's important to learn the history. Certainly wear it with pride, but why not know what it means, right? So, we wear European clothing and we are invested in the meaning and the design and the pattern and the history of that. Why not do the same thing for our traditions, our sartorial history, our history when it comes to making fabric? Once again, civilization started with us. Everything. So she's a crochet fiber artist, but crochet before it got to Europe started in North Africa. And North Africa was not always Arab. The Arabs are invaders. They got there in the 7th century. North Africa was black. Right. So, but these are Africans with a C. We're Africans with a K. Right. So, but anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it's important for us to get in touch with our history, to learn our history, to have a positive vision and sense of self, because everything that's targeted toward us is negative. It is taught us to, it is designed to have us to internalize hatred of self and to divide one from another. This is why we have to overcome this.
What was I always want to know this. What was the religion of Africa?
Oh,
there's a lot of them.
You know, I know,
so
because
many.
I know Christianity was basically pushed in there. But what was the original that, because of course people always say, Jesus Christ was a black man, basically, but what was the original, religion of your knowledge that you might know?
So there were many. There just wasn't one, right? So you have so many faiths in Africa, but if you wanted to go really, really back, you might use the word animist or animism. Now, some people don't like that, but animist or animism is essentially nature worship. And we find that in cultures throughout the world, the East, Africa, in the South, or what we now call South America. But as time goes on, people developed structures in terms of deities. We know that voodoo has its origins in West Africa. The Yoruba faith is very, very prominent. There are so many. There wasn't just one that was the original.
And on top of that, contrary to what most people believe, African probably have more Christians than
they have plenty. And the Ethiopian Bible,
was the original Bible.
That's what I was.
So now Christianity does not originate in Africa, although the land that is now in Palestine is on the African shelf, the continental shelf. So that technically or geologically is Africa. Even though geographically and geopolitically it is not. But in any case, the Ethiopian Bible is the oldest. Now, Christianity did come into Africa from what we call the Levant or Palestine, yes, but it has very, very old origins and roots in Africa. So, I mean, if you want to practice Christianity, I would recommend going that route. It is a lot different and a lot more. I mean, you will find the depictions of the Christ who looks like us.
Yes.
Listen, these people have taken our gods from us, even Christ from us, and they have made God in their image. Now, you may not want to talk about that this morning, but I'm just saying, right? This is so deep.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll just. So this is just me speaking. This is not Don. This is, but how do we find salvation in gods that don't look like us? I'll just say that. Listen, I'll just say this. I just listened to a lecture by John Henry Clark, and it's called, and I recommend this for anyone, and it's called, Are We Ready for the 21st Century? It's not that long. I encourage everyone to listen to it. And Clark is a socialist. He's not a capitalist because he understands what capitalism does, particularly racial capitalism. But he says, listen, I disagree with Karl Marx. Karl Marx, the father of communism. He says that because Karl famously said that religion is the opiate of the masses. And he said it's not the opiate of the masses. It can be made the opiate of the masses. It can be used to make you docile, right? And, I think a lot of us are engaged in docile forms of theology, but I'll just leave it at that. It's just my opinion. But this is what he says that's so important. He says, originally, religion is a weapon. So you go to these European museums and you see all these masks that they're taken from us. That was never art. That was intended to be worn. That had spiritual characteristics. That took part in religious ceremonies. Yes. There is power in that. But these people have taken it and they put it up on a wall and said, oh, that's art. We will find the strength to do the things that we need to do to free ourselves by returning to our own traditions, not the traditions that have been handed to us. That in terms of food, in terms of dress, in terms of the way we think, in terms of time. These people have even colonized time. Time is not linear. In Africa, time was circular. Right. But now we think of it as, it's 9 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock. That's a European conception of time. I can go on and on. These people have changed everything. But see, colonization is here. They don't have to chain us anymore. If they've got you
mentally,
here, they don't have to do anything.
So I asked this, and I know we gotta move on, but I gotta ask this. Might sound crazy, and I really looked deeper into this at one time. The movie Black Panther.
Propaganda. How a beautifully shot, beautiful attire, great cinematography, and a great storyline, but they can't let you get too inspired. That movie is subversive. How is a CIA agent the hero when the CIA has done nothing but destroy Africa? And coup Ryan Coogler should be ashamed of himself for making that piece of propaganda. I wouldn't recommend that movie to anyone.
Wow.
Wow.
Because when I look at it, when they were talking about the name of the mineral that they were showing, you know, to me was that insight of saying, okay, this is what the future is. This is where it's at. Because I always felt like movies
they foreshadow.
Yeah,
they
movies. Thank you. And I tell people that all the
do.
time with movies, they
know what's about to
foreshadow
happen.
if you pay attention. And it's so funny that these things are going on right now. And within that movie, it was about, excuse me, I'm sorry, I moved the camera. The movie, it was actually about that mineral. Even the name that they called it or whatever, whatnot. And it's like, it's there. And that was the strongest, most powerful, you know, mineral. And I'm looking at the way things are, because I always believe movies will foreshadow. So the things within that movie, that's why I was asking you that, and you did bring up that in part of it. So that's why I asked that.
Now cut that out. Great movie. But that just makes it subversive.
Right.
The CIA has never been our friend. Not the FBI, none of these alphabet organizations.
All right, well, I'm gonna take a real quick time to reset. Of course, if you're just now checking in, it is the Morning Brew. We are broadcasting live from Biosocial tonight. At Biosocial, we have the R&B and Jazz Dinner Club. The R&B and Jazz Dinner Club, the only place where I'm gonna say one of the only Black established restaurants where you can go get live jazz and R&B while you have a great dinner and craft cocktails.
And some awesome egg rolls.
Yeah, definitely. The egg rolls are awesome. That is one of Sir's favorites. Make sure you check us out.
Activity.
Tonight is going down in a major way. We have Raven. We have a big birthday party that's going to be going on. Reservations are not required, but suggested. Reservations are not required, but suggested. Make sure you come and check us out right here at Biosocial each and every Friday. We have the R&B and Jazz Dinner Club. Right now, I'm talking to my man, Mason. He's talking about the Africa Awards, Africa with a K.
Well, me and you about to get
it's
our
going
award
down
for entertainment tonight.
Yeah, Cafe Instable is going down in a major way. They're going to be honoring 3 great people and organizations. What time the show kick off?
11 a.m. tomorrow morning.
11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And how can people get tickets?
So it's actually free.
What we hope.
Yeah.
Free 99.
It's free 99. International Black price, free 99. But what we hope is that people will make contributions when they're there. So we're going to have food, we're going to have auction items from the continent, and we're going to auction off. The event will be live illustrated. So as the event goes on, we'll have an illustrator based in California who will be drawing the event, and we're going to auction that off at the end, and we're going to use that money to seed.
They got a fashion show too. I'm gonna see if I can get the wifey to get up, man, and come out tomorrow morning. I'm gonna bring the fam. I want to
come out there with a kente cloth on. Don't look at me strange, bro.
Hey, I got a dashiki I was thinking about putting on.
All right.
I've been waiting for an opportunity to put this dashiki on. I'm letting you know right now.
So we have
they said they're gonna have traditional African food, and all of y'all out there in Brew Crew know I am a fan of big back activity. So now I can get my African big back activity on. And Mason, I know you know what big back activity is, right?
I do.
There it is. We said I do. So so I'm this is a real cultural event. All jokes aside, I think this is something great that kids could be welcome. Like you said, they're gonna have
African face painting. Yeah,
this is a great moment, I think, for people to introduce.
I always try to find a way to expose my son to as many cultures as possible. So, Saturday morning it's a good time. I can get out, maybe go spend a couple hours and get back to doing whatever I had to do for the rest of the day. And I would advise anybody out there, you looking for something new and different. I know me and the wife, we always are looking for just different things to do, trying not to get caught in the same old. And this one has really piqued my interest, man. I really thank Mason for bringing this event and letting us talk about it here at the Morning Brew.
And especially naming an award after us, man. Mason, we thank you. And I really appreciate it. Big shout out to Miss Hollywood 313, man. Big time out there in VA, man. So want the big shout out. But I think that is awesome, man. And some of the information you put here. It's like you said, Miss S. Mohammed, I know took it all in, man. So it's very appreciative.
My cousin Kobe, I know he just
Them
He
passed out. Them
yeah,
passed
yeah,
out.
he just-
I
that-
told y'all.
they-
You think he hitting? I told somebody. I told y'all.
Yeah, this is right. This is right up his lane, man. I would have to. I'm gonna exchange emails with you
Yeah.
guys.
I have to bring
good,
you.
With
yeah,
you,
bring on
you and my
sometime.
cousin. He's out in Mississippi.
Okay. All right.
I would love to bring you out to Mississippi
And
and
bring
just
it back on.
and
too.
just do like a little think tank type vibe. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
Because
let's
yeah,
do
to
something
bring it
like
back
that.
on because the
Because
way
I
things
feel
go,
like,
yeah.
well, I grew up in Mississippi, and this is something that is dear to me. I have been thinking about ways to expose. Me and my son was out in Atlanta over the
Okay.
weekend celebrating my other son,
Okay.
and we were even talking about that. We were just talking about, man, we need a way to expose people from our hometown to more culture, to more things. And we always talk about the lack of opportunities to find out knowledge about just black culture in general, much less even talking about Africa or some of those our forefathers cultures, right? Just black culture
Yeah.
in general. There's a big lack of exposure, right? And so I would love to kind of talk about that in the near future,
Okay.
man.
Let's
Doing
do it.
some kind of TED talk or think
Yeah.
tank type
Okay.
vibes or teaching or
Let's
something.
do it.
Like we should do that, man. And
Yeah.
I put some
Yeah.
entertainment value there to make it a little
Yeah,
bit more
of course,
colorful
of
to
course.
entice the people to come out.
Yeah, thank you
And
for
then
saying
bam,
me.
we'll hit them with the knowledge. You
But
feel
you-
what I'm
absolutely,
but
saying?
you know what?
I
I
understand.
definitely want you to shout out, man. Snoop, my guy, Snoop Life. He's Snoop Life. He's from Mississippi, from
Snoop,
Jackson, Mississippi. That's one of your
Jacktown.
homies. One of your homies.
Jacktown.
Could you say one more time for me, for the people out there, Africa? Why you guys spell it with a K and not a C, and why, real quick?
Yes, two reasons. Number one, that's how it was originally spelled. The Europeans changed the K to a C. And then secondly, K, we use it now politically to refer to all people, black people of African descent, whether they're on the continent or in the diaspora. So it has two meanings.
So the people from Africa originated, if they see spelling, say me and him put an album out and we might have African Love, but we got a K on it, they'll know. Everybody else will probably in America say,
It's
you
too
spelling it
radical.
wrong.
Yeah, they'll say it's spelling wrong. Number one, they would recognize it in their native language. Now, they may not know the political reasons behind
Okay.
it. The political reasons are among us who are Pan-Africanist black nationalists,
Mhm.
right? But they will recognize it in terms of being indigenous spelling. They will recognize it
Last
that way.
I gotta give my boy Dr. Umar back on here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know I had Dr. Umar.
Oh,
I would love to have y'all two at the
Yeah.
same time. I think
Okay, all right.
I think that'll be some good knowledge
right.
dropping right there. That'll be some good knowledge dropping. I gotta
You know,
do that.
A lot of people, I don't think,
Jeezy, what up, man?
Pan-
That 337 tapped in.
say, give the definition of Pan-American. You know what I'm saying?
Pan-American?
Pan-African,
Okay.
Pan-African.
Pan-African. That's what I meant
All right.
for people, because I do understand it, but so many when they hear it, I think they gloss over it when somebody's speaking about it. Pan-African.
Okay. So there are 5 types of Pan-Africanism. The weakest form is just, we're on the continent and our concerns are everywhere from South Africa to Egypt, right? So across Africa. The type of Pan-Africanism that I'm referring to is revolutionary Pan-Africanism. It extends not just from the continent, but all the way east to the Aboriginal people in Australia,
Mhm.
all the way down south to the black people in Argentina, and anywhere in between. That is the type of Pan-Africanism that I am referring to.
Mhm.
It's a pan-nationalism. It encompasses all black ethnic groups.
Wow. And one more question, and before I let him go, I got one more question. He got me in my mind. Who would you say was one of the greatest African leader of say our
Oh.
times? We're not gonna go all the way back Hannibal and everything else, but who would you say? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because see, we were only taught so much. You talk about Idi Amin and this different, and so many. But I'm saying, and Mandela, who would you say if it's like, what, I want my son, like Don teaches his son so much and so much education. You know what? I want him. Say we want Don's son. I want you to go read about this African leader.
So when you say leader, what type of leadership? Scholarship, political, cultural? Because leadership comes in different forms. All right,
Political.
So that's tough, but I would say Thomas Sankara.
Okay.
Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara.
Yeah.
Thomas Sankara was a revolutionary, and they took him out because of it.
Yes.
And so I would encourage people to read about Thomas Sankara, last name Sankara. And
Jatori spoke about him, said,
well, yeah.
yeah, he spoke
Yeah.
about him. He said, He tried when he stood, they killed him.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
They killed Patrice Lumumba.
Yeah.
They would have killed Mandela
Yeah.
if they could have.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Well, I mean, they tried to, but you know.
Yeah. What do you feel about but when Mandela, was after he passed? Did you what was your feeling, and what you think most African people feel about him?
So I didn't,
after he left.
I didn't mourn his passing. I'll just say this. Mandela did what he had to do, right? But the problem with the type of politics that Mandela espoused, it leaves South Africa in the position that it's in right now, which has the largest wealth disparity in the world. Yes, apartheid is technically over, but the economic apartheid continues. Most of the wealth still remains in the hands of white people in South Africa. This is what happens when you try to appease white people, when you try to accommodate them, when you try to make peace with them. It is not revolutionary. So now you have petty freedoms, means you can go anywhere you want, you can buy any car you want, you can buy any house you can afford, you can put your kid into any school that he or she can get into. But
sound familiar?
But you don't have what's known as but you don't have what's known as effective freedom. Petty freedom and effective freedom are two different things. So these African states, they have what's known as flag freedom. They can change their name, they can change the color of their flag, but they don't have their own foreign policy. They don't have control over their own minerals.
So what is the uprising that I'm seeing? Not upper, I'm not going to use that word. What's going on right now where Black Africans are telling other Black people that we want you out? You know what I'm saying?
Out of Africa?
Yeah, out of Africa. You have 30 days to leave.
Is that propaganda?
So it depends upon why you go there. Now, there are some Black folks who are moving to the continent and they're colonizing just the way the white people are. They're moving indigenous African people off their land. They're buying up the land, building homes. Now, if you're going to go to the continent, don't go with that attitude. Don't do that. Go and be a partner. Go in solidarity. So if you're going to do that, well, I mean, why? Why would you do that?
Because he's telling them you're coming to the house, so you got 30 days. Oh, no, they're giving them 72 hours now, 72 hours or something. And it's actually tribal chiefs that are showing up. Like,
so
is that serious? Yeah.
There are many stories that you can find about Black folks moving to the continent using the US dollar, which is the strongest currency in the world, buying up lots of land on the continent, making investments, but they're doing it in the same capitalist way our adversaries do. If you're going to go to the continent, if you're going to benefit from the US dollar, the blood money that it is, do something that is positive, invest in businesses there, employ local Africans, pay them a living wage. Like, there's many ways to do things, but don't do it in a way that our adversaries
all right, I can get that point. I can see that. I go over there, I take my money, I go over there, give me a $50,000 house, and then I'm still paying the people that come work for me nickels and pennies. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't investing into the community. I got water on my compound, but I ain't putting no water in the city. No, that I can see how that happened. I can see that. So, and then somebody put the story out, they're gonna change the story and make it seem like these Africans don't want us Americans there, but really,
that's what
in all actuality,
it
don't got nothing to do with it. They don't want the same thing we don't want in New Orleans,
and they're trying to call them radical.
The same thing we don't want. We don't want gentrification. We don't want people coming here and living off of the land and not taking care of us either.
Class displacement.
So it's really the same thing. But if we look at the story from our side of it, it looked like they just being African bougie and don't want us over there. They better than us.
Because that's what's being shown. And I wanted to get clarification of it. Because I'm like, one Black man coming in, like, I don't get it. Like, it's got to be something deeper for them. And they're not saying that. They're just saying that, along with, what's his name, Elon Musk, like saying that, these Black people, they're being aggressive, they're murderers, and they're telling people get out the country and taking farmers' land and everything.
Same way Donald Trump said the Haitians was eating people.
Look at his face. He just had the face of the year.
Same thing. Hey man, I know you got a roll. Yeah. I know you got a roll, man. Give your last shout outs. Give any information you need to get out there, Mason.
The name of the awards and tomorrow time, all that stuff.
Thank you for having me on, Don. I appreciate the time before your audience. The program is called the Africa Awards. This is inaugural award ceremony. This will be the first of many to come. It's tomorrow, 11 a.m. at Cafe Istanbul, 2372 St. Claude Avenue in Suite 252. Come out, support us, and support these organizations that are supporting you.
How can we find you on Instagram? Because some people,
Okay.
especially as Muhammad, would definitely probably, because that's my historic person,
Okay.
Black history and everything, and just teaches me a lot.
Listen, I started a study group for Black radicals earlier this year. We had to put it on pause for a variety of reasons. We're going to resurrect it. This Africa Awards is a part of a bigger project. It has 5 components. There's a political party. The political party houses an NGO. The NGO houses a university, and attached to the university is a for-profit and a for-profit and a nonprofit corporation. The nonprofit corporation is what is sponsoring the Africa Awards. If you want to learn more about that and be a part of our study group, you can find me on Instagram. My name is Mason, Mason. Last name Harrison, HARRISON, and you can reach me at Harrison, S as in Sam, Mason, at Harrison S. Mason.
You got that name,
man. My pleasure to reconnect with you, Mason. And let me tell you, man, Mason, I just love the work that he did in media, and I'm a media junkie. I've been in radio, television forever, and I will tell you, man, if you didn't get a chance to check out Mason when he was actually in media and on the air. Hands down, man, one of the best investigative reporters, probably in the Southeast region, man. Just always on point when it comes to being educated, understanding subjects, understanding perspectives, and being able to do the research to make sure he back it up, whatever he's talking about. He's gonna have that research. He's gonna be ready to go. A lot of people out there nowadays, man, in media, they just throwing stuff out there. I know my boy Mason. He ain't gonna just throw nothing out there. I just know.
This is funny. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be insulting. I hope I didn't be insulted because I wanted to be funny. I said Mason Harrison. He sounds like he investigates well. You tell me he's an investigative reporter. He did that. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. It's an honor to meet you because
Thank you.
History. I'm very deep in history. And I want to learn more, what I'm saying, about.
He definitely a top of the class, man.
And I love history, man. So it was an honor definitely meeting you, man, and taught me a lot, man.
Shouts out to Miss JV5. She said good conversation, learning something new. 337 Jeezy. He said, "Sir, man, you're gonna eat some
I am.
You're gonna eat some African
yes,
food."
I am. I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man. So shouts out. Anymore. Let me read some more of these comments, man. Shouts out to Kope. He said, yes, the language is the program. S. Muhammad, FYI, the best way to get the real understanding of the English language is to study Latin. Once you do that, you can understand any word they throw at you, root words.
Yeah.
All right. So, man, we had a lot of people, man, giving comments and just loving everything that you was dropping out there. Again, don't forget, go check us out. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. is Cafe Istanbul, the Africa Awards, Africa with a K. Don't get that twisted.
Me and Don get our award tomorrow, the Entertainment Award, for being a big deal in Africa.
That's what I'm talking. Man, shouts out to my guy, Vibes, man. They trying to get me out there. I've been invited to Africa a couple of times, so I really need to do my due diligence. I actually taught a podcast class online.
Okay.
To some Nigerians, which was really dope. Nigerian kids. That was cool to get a chance to do that. And then and so I've been invited out there to host some shows and stuff. So I'm planning on making my way out there real soon. So I gotta do that. That is like
some records in Africa.
That is one thing. That is like one of those things on my to-do list that I haven't done. I will admit, I have done a lot of things on my to-do list.
My late mother, her bed, what is called, head post,
headboard.
Yeah, it was from when my ship touched down in Alexandria.
Do you still have that?
Yes, no, we wouldn't get rid of it. I put it in storage because I got it made, and we know he was able to go through the markets and got it made, and we had it sent back. That was one of the things I got, and a few other things I bought for my mother when I was in the military.
Wow.
Yeah. So he kept in. So it didn't cost that great a much because we put it on they put it on the ship, and so I was able to bring it back. I just had to pay for customs when I got back into the United States. Yeah, I still have it in storage. Once my mother passed and before she moved in with me, a lot of her stuff I kept.
I would find a way Up to you, obviously, to etch the name of every generation somewhere on that board. The back, the bottom, somewhere. That is beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good idea too.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I
Man.
didn't even think about it. You
I
know
mean,
what
I've
I'm
heard of
saying?
heirlooms, but that's an heirloom.
Yeah, no, we have it because it was so inexpensive. And a lot of the statues we got, you know, I got her, you know, that my mother wanted. Yeah, I got it when I was in the military. You know, so yeah, we you know, that's one of the things I definitely kept. You know what I'm saying? Up her headboard and everything from her bed. Because I couldn't remember. I knew it was Alexandria we went to. Of course, I've been to Monaco and stuff like that. You know, just different other parts, you know what I'm saying, we visited. You know what I'm saying? So, and then musically, you know, we had a great connection, the label I was on with a lot of African promoters and things like that.
Okay.
So yeah. But man, good. But man, great talking to you, man.
Yeah,
and I
thank you
would
for having
definitely
me.
follow you on
Thank you.
you know, IG, because I'm a knowledge junkie, man. And Don, I thank you for even making sure he come on, because it's just great. It's great to hear that and understand, especially a lot of people don't know what Pan African, you know what I'm saying?
No,
And then
there's
they
many
don't
types.
know how deep it is.
All right, man. Well, y'all hear the music in the background. I'm gonna jump into a music break. We're gonna jump into local news. After local news, we're gonna talk to my guy, man. Vent gonna be checking in with me, man. LGJJ Records. I mean, productions, royalty records, artists, man. We're gonna be dropping a new single. It's called Cold Water. Cold Water is coming up, man, and I'll be dropping that the last hour. But we got to get into some local news. So sit back and relax. Right after this song, we'll get into some local news. It is the Morning Brew, broadcasting live from Biosocial, where culture meets connection. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Tonight is going down the R&B and Jazz Dinner Club. Make sure you make your way in the building. Of course, I'll be in the building. Come join me for a great dinner, jazz, and craft cocktails. Keep that locked. Don't touch that dial. It's the Morning Brew.
Like a star in the sky, you're forever bright. I will love you, never failing. You're the beacon guiding me throughout the night. Baby, come deeper. Bring my heart close to you. Every song within your name. Deeper. You are you take me deeper than I could wonder. A fortress where I find my peace. Let the live bring you wonder. Simply you're my everything. You take me deeper than I could wonder. A fortress where I find my peace. Let the life I live bring you wonder. Simply you're my everything. You're my everything. Come deeper, bring my heart close to you. All alive within your name is deeper. You call me, baby, come deeper. Bring my heart close to you. Every breath of soul aligns within your name. Your love is deeper. You are forever true. Fortress where I find my peace. Come deeper. Bring my heart close to you. Within your name. You take me deeper than I could wonder. A fortress where I find my peace. Let the life I live bring you wonder. Simply you're my You take me deeper than I could wonder. Wonders where I find my peace. With the life I live, bring you wonder. You're my everything.
That's right, man. Just time checking in, man. It is the morning, bro. We'll be right back out of this music break, man. Coming right back, man. We're gonna get into local news. Shouts out to my man Aduce. That YouTube channel, man. It's the Morning Brew. Brew spelled BREWE. Deeper. Sending this one out, man. This one, my man Mark Anthony Music, man. Check him out. Thibodeau. That's right, man. Welcome back. It's the Morning Brew. Shouts out to my man Mason Harrison. Dope individual. He hit me up, man, and I had to get him on. One of my former radio colleagues. Definitely shout out to him, man. You know what's been crazy? You ever go through those time periods where you know done so much work serve, and all of a sudden you start running into all of these people that you have done work with before? Like, do that ever happen? Like, where you'll have a period like I was in Atlanta, so that has something to do with it, of course. I spent so much time doing media in Atlanta, and man, it seemed like over the last couple months, man, I have been reconnecting with so many people that I've worked with in the past. Shouts out to Hot Boy Turk, man. I see you, Turk.
Oh man, my dude, YNT.
I was thinking about Turk the other day, man. I forget where I was, but they played
YouTube.
I Need a Hot Girl.
No, I'm gonna tell you what them took over.
I said, man, nigga.
Hey.
And I walked in right on Turk verse too. I said, "Oh yeah."
But you know what took over for
I
me
need
with
no
Turk
hot
off the Joseph album. YouTube. That's my son.
Oh yeah, you like
YouTube?
that YouTube?
Oh,
yeah,
you hate YouTube?
YouTube? I like
That's
that one
my
too.
thing. I don't even answer them back when somebody act bad on the internet. I'll be like, YouTube?
Shouts out to Odyssey. I said Aduce, which I probably pronounced that wrong, but it's Odyssey. So man, shouts out to Odyssey, and go to the website. I think he got a website where he's gonna be promoting a lot of Essence events and things of that nature. So if you want to get words out there and you want to talk about Essence or be a part of the Essence Music Festival, definitely hit up my guy Odyssey.
Hey man, if y'all haven't listened to Turk album Joseph, y'all better go check that out, man. I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? You can love all his verses and all this, you know, stuff he did with CMR. Definitely, you know, one of the mainstays. Big respect, you know, to him. But if y'all ever listen to Joseph, man, that's a piece of work, bro.
Oh, shouts out to my guy Jeezy, man, 337 Jeezy. He said congratulations to ATL Dunn and all the graduates last week. That's his nickname for my son.
Well,
Showtime Done. Yeah, man. We had a good time,
that's
man.
That's cool though, but I gotta say it.
Oh, shouts out to your son too, Jeezy, man. Shouts out to your son. How everything going? I know you fighting that recruiting right now. I am so glad my son made a decision and ready to go to school.
And tell Jeezy again.
The Buddha ain't real.
The Buddha ain't real. Where you from, Jeezy? The Buddha and y'all gumbo is not better than New Orleans gumbo.
Hell no.
No. they have corn in their gumbo. Man, my man Turk, man, I definitely, man, shout him out, man, because he's doing a crazy job over there with Beehive out there, man, in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, with Beehive. When we come, man, Turk need to get us on Beehive, man.
Yeah,
I need to send a smoke signal out there, man. ATL, what's up?
Beehive was already a dog, but once he brought Turk on there, I think Turk brought the he brought a element to it, man. That's just been, I love it, man. Because Turk Truth, man. If y'all don't catch Turk live sometime, man, and just check him out, man. A lot of the stuff that he speaks about, not just music industry stuff, just life, period.
Well, speaking
and much love to his wife. Man,
speaking of talking about
she a beast, man, with her work ethic.
Speaking of talking about life, let's get into it. We got to get into a couple local topics
Oh man.
before I get ready to bring on my entertainment guy. So let's get into it. I got a couple of them I want to throw out there. First, I want to start off with one thing. I want to start off. Recently, they let somebody out of jail this past week. I forget the guy's name. He was let out of jail accidentally. I don't know if they found him yet. And if they don't put him back in jail, but the only reason the only reason I brought this story up is because of the Susan Hudson arrest.
Now see, they
they arrested Susan.
Yeah,
They arrested Susan for jailbreaks, and all of her charges were stemmed around jailbreaks. Now I want to know.
Don't mess with Michelle, man. Don't mess with my.
Now I want to see what. Well, I gotta see what's gonna be the results of this guy being let out of jail. I'm just saying, she in office now. They threw the book at my girl. I'm just trying to see what's the consequences, how we dealing with this. I'm asking the people, bro. I'm asking the people out there how y'all feel about this.
You think that they should
because I feel
at her too.
I feel played for former Sheriff Susan Hudson, and I hate the fact of the matter that every time when you're a black politician and whenever you don't do what somebody wants you to do, they start painting this bad picture of you and putting all this propaganda upon you, and then start messing with your life. That's because what them criminal charges, that's all that is. Even though most of that stuff probably not going to stick, it messes with her lifestyle. And now I got mad love for Sheriff Michelle Woodfork, and I don't wish her no harm. So this is not an attack on the current sheriff. You feel me?
Okay,
get that straight. Get that straight, because she a part of one of my favorite sororities.
Because she should have been a police chief. But
so whenever I'm putting this out there,
it was a setup putting up.
When I'm putting this out there, I'm saying this is not an attack on Michelle Woodfork. This is more so attack on the system, is what I'm saying. Is stuff be happening, and it's clearly bigger than the sheriff. If you had problems with the last sheriff, you had problems with the sheriff before that, you had problems with the sheriff before that, then clearly the problem is not the sheriff.
Don't go to jail.
And I don't understand why they throwing the book at my girl. This is more so in defense of Sheriff Susan Hudson.
But you know why I think Susan getting this, getting what's being done to her, which is totally wrong. Number one, she's a black woman. And then at the same time, see that those jail breaks made national and world news. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was to the point somebody got to be the scapegoat because it never went away. You get what I'm saying? And so it just so happened to be it was a black woman that was in charge. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why they're not gonna let it go. And then she was under, at the same time serving while LaToya Cantrell, former mayor LaToya Cantrell was there. So anything, and she had a good rapport with her. So it was like Susan was like, you know how they say at fault, your person you're cool with.
Guilty by association. That's what it was. You felt like it was guilty by association. And now,
so because you look at everybody that was around LaToya, they own them. They own them right now. You know.
Oh yeah. If you had anything to do with the former mayor,
it's almost like
they call them T kids, right?
Yeah, that's what they call them.
If you was one of T kids, they want their get back.
Hey. And also we got to talk about an entertainment, man. We got to talk about the Drake albums and stuff like that, and the reason why he put 3 out and people calling it trash, and some saying you don't understand, man.
I ain't listened to all of them, so I don't want to judge all of them.
But just brought that up.
I will tell you this, sir. This is what I will tell you. I got turned off on Drake, and this is why I haven't listened to all of the albums. And the reason that I got turned off was because the first snippet that I heard, the first thing that they put out, and he started back on the whole Kendrick Lamar name
talk about
dropping
LeBron and his wife trying to cause problems.
Yeah,
that's weak to me, man.
I ain't like that type of energy. So
I like Drake, man, but that's
weak. I wanted Drake to come out with a party summertime record. Yeah. And get back to the old Drake, or a smooth listening, put it in the car record. Drake had music that the grown folks the grown hip hop heads We was loving
He
on
made
Drake.
light skin cool. Yeah.
Man, the grown hip hop heads, the over 40 hip hop heads, we was loving on Drake. And now that I feel like you know what this is reminiscent of? I feel like this is reminiscent of when 50 Cent tricked Ja Rule out the bag.
Out his spot.
This is very reminiscent.
People never talk about that.
This is reminiscent of how 50 Cent tricked
Nelly
Ja Rule out the
man.
bag.
And if none of y'all don't, let me explain that, because if none of them don't understand, John, because you just brought up a great point. When Nelly said you never let 50 Ja Rule let 50 trick him out his bag, what he meant by is Ja Rule was that one, harmonizing and singing the females or whatever. And 50 went at him with Wankster. And when he went at him with Wankster, all of a sudden Ja Rule turned around. I got the spirit of Tupac, and he started talking gangster.
He started doing all this
and guess what 50
gangster rap
guess what
and
50 first hit was?
Beef Records and
50,
all of that.
50 first hit that let him go was harmonizing on hooks with all, like Welcome to the Candy Shop. And he took his whole persona of that style and won with it, where then you didn't hear no more from Ja. And that's what we talking about when Nelly said you let somebody trick you out your spot. And I think with Drake is almost like the same thing with Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, and everything and whatever would not. So it's almost like you said, man, you was waiting for Drake to give you that summer jam, because a lot of y'all don't know Don come from especially being a DJ, not just DJ, radio personality. The biggest artists had summer songs that you can remember. Like for me, when Biggie had, One More Chance and all that, man, that was my song through the whole summer. I remember that summer.
Yeah, that was a summer hit.
And we got Turk on here right now. Man, when his verse come on,
I'm
telling you like this. See what you remember that summer, you remember that song, you wait for his verse, even if you go order a drink before they get to his verse. So when you got that, and now you're looking at that girl in the club, I like him hot. That is,
yeah.
We was expecting Drake to give something like that. And then what I don't like, because I'm a LeBron guy, look, because he was on stage with Kendrick, I can understand you feel like your partner did you wrong.
No, you can't get mad at that man for being on the stage, though, right?
And bring up the fact that whether it's true or not that he messing with a female, that man married, man. You don't do nothing like that, man. See, that's why, my light-skinned guys always, people get on them, man. I'm brown-skinned. I'm in between. You know what I'm saying? But, but that's what made me turn I'm like, come on, Drake, man. You don't bring up nobody. Don't bring up that like that, man.
When we was coming up, that was a player hater.
Man, player, you get hit.
You ain't want to get that reputation. I'm telling you, back in the day, you did not want to get the reputation of being a hater.
Care how mad you are with a dude of somebody, you don't bring up his possible indiscretions.
No, you don't do that I just feel like you don't throw them personal shots like that, because family is, to me, I thought family was supposed to be like,
even if you mad though, that's like, okay, that's like if me and you would have just be arguing, just be mad, and then I'm on the radio and somebody tell my relationship and say, well, what's up with you and Don? Don, what I'm saying? Well, man, I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. He ain't right. You know what I'm saying? He can't tell nobody about a relationship. He ain't right. Man, that's come on, man. That's a form of, if it's true, it's dry snitching, first of all. And you don't go that far, man, because he was on stage.
LGJJ Productions, man. Hold up, we coming to you, bro.
We coming, man.
We coming. Give us 20 minutes. Give us 20 minutes to get you in, LGJJ Productions.
Man, again, man, I don't know if Turk's still on here.
Give me 20 minutes. Give me 20 minutes.
Y'all better go check that Joseph album out, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was my favorite hot boy. Because you can't say stuff like that these days without a pause coming as a black man. But he was my favorite hot boy, man, because I always felt like he was an underdog, and I always felt I was an underdog at No Limit.
Now I got another topic that I want to talk about, bro. This is a local topic. And I want to get your opinion on this. I was listening to a local radio show the other day, and they were saying that we need to tell Essence Music Festival to kick rocks. What's your opinion on that? Essence Music Festival, they asking for $12 million for a long-term contract. They stating the reason is because of higher production costs and There's a couple other different things that they were saying that the reason is. I wanna get your opinion. I think our opinion is gonna be different on this one. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Furthermore, I don't like the fact of it because the simple fact. I remember recently when the mayor was trying to get the budget down, right, which was big news, and she worked a deal with the casino and got advanced money from what I'm saying for a couple of years up, and it makes me similar to like, why do you bring that up now when you get near Essence? And then I feel like the
What is
way,
the last year on the contract?
yeah, but also though, let's be totally honest. It hasn't been the way it's been since this group has took over. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they have not respected the vendors here in the city, in a lot of ways and things like that. I just feel like it hasn't been what it was supposed to be, what it used to be. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, to me, and this
Would you be willing to see Essence in another city?
I'll tell you, they tried that in Houston after doing the storm, and it just wasn't. It wasn't. It just wasn't what it was supposed to be. Now, if you bring it, say to if it's Atlanta, you know what I'm saying,
it ain't coming back.
It ain't, it ain't coming back. But this the thing. But I'm gonna tell you this the thing. I still don't think Atlanta is better than New Orleans when it comes to Essence, but Atlanta would be viable. But I'm gonna tell you this, and this is a secret. It ain't a secret no more because I'm about to say it. These discussions, and I know personally about these discussions that they've been acting real crazy for a few years. And then it's a certain individual who I really like, who really believe in the culture of New Orleans. I'm talking music culture and everything else, that was saying, okay, if they want to go, and he's involved in, he's a top political official, and he said go. And then he sat down with myself and a few other people and said, could y'all come up with a new festival?
I heard that.
And
I don't agree with it.
I mean, hey, let me tell you something.
Let me jump in. I want to give you an opportunity to fit. I want to finish.
If you feeling that way, not you. I'm talking about
anybody.
I'm talking about Essence. If you're feeling that way, like what I'm saying, don't think we can't replace you. Like we don't understand down here. Like how to put on a festival if we got the budget that they give y'all in here and we can't put something else on. Because remember, the city it's not Essence.
I just want to give my opinion.
The city is really the star because people come here for the weather. They come here for the food, the enjoyment, the 24-hour debauchery. So, it's not like we can't put on something else that has similar situations. You know what I'm saying? Like Essence used to be. And that's why the Super Bowl keep coming here for a reason. So if they want to go, roll out.
I'm about to sound like a transplant.
Here we go. Here we go. Where Byron Cole when I need him?
Man, no. Some things I understand how people feel, but also this conversation with Essence, I ain't gonna even lie to you. It's just some of the responses that the people are giving me, I don't feel confident in. Like the first one, I'm gonna start with your last one, and then I'm gonna work my way back if that's okay. All right, like, oh, we could throw our own festival, like Jazz Fest, like Voodoo Fest, like every single one of those things. I'm gonna stick. Let me stick to Jazz Fest. Jazz Fest started on Dillard University campus, right? And
second and dries.
And all right, even worse. From second and driest to Dillard to where it is right now. And Black people barely can even afford a ticket on local day to Jazz Fest. It has been colonized. It has been corporified, just like every other festival that happens in New Orleans. French Quarter Fest, same thing. We don't have a place in these particular places, and we not wanted. So whenever people from the city start screaming and talking about, oh, well, we could do our own thing, and these are a lot of the Black people that's saying this, I started thinking in my mind, and I started looking, and I say, as Black people for the culture, that celebrate the culture, that the culture eat off of, what festival we got here in the city? What have we created and maintained some kind of control over it? Well, I'm talking about the what is the underserved people. I'm talking about, and it ain't even got to be black and white. The locally underserved people, they haven't benefited off of one festival or anything that was created within the city, right? That's an issue for me. I'm not against creating our own festival.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
only saying I'm not against it. I'm only saying is when we saying all of this stuff, we need to make sure that we thinking about what we saying when we say that. When we say that, just think about what we saying. Now I'm gonna move up a little bit, then you can get back and respond on me.
Go ahead.
The other thing is Essence did lose, like last year. Essence put a bad taste in a lot of local people's mouths, right? Like everybody's saying since the new group took over, but really in all actuality, it really had a lot to do with last year. It had a lot to do with last year. The year before that, I mean, people had some complaints, but if you go back 10, 15, 20 years, people always have had some complaints. The local people have always complained about the festival serving the local people. But one thing the local people gotta be aware of, if Essence did something to the local people, your city officials sold you out first, because they was the city officials are the ones that made the deal with Essence. So whenever they did all of those free zones, those clean zones, and all of that stuff, your city officials who now screaming and talking about, well, because it benefit them to be on the same side as the people. Now it benefit them to be on the same side of the people. Now they're going to turn around and point the finger at Essence. But the reality of the situation, for any deal to get approved, it had to get approved in city council. So if Essence did the people wrong with the free zones and the clear zone and all of that, then the city council had a big part of that. They could have stopped that from the beginning. That was bad negotiations by them, which I'm going to furthermore go and say the reason any festival comes here, the Super Bowl, anything that comes here, is always one common complaint. The one common complaint is the local people and the underserved people don't benefit from it. The reason that that's the same complaint every single time, you need to look at who's negotiating the deal. That's because the people who negotiating the deal not worrying about the local people and the underserved people. Now I'm gonna move to one more point, and then I'm gonna get out the way.
How many points you gonna have?
I'm responding to everything.
No, go ahead.
I'm responding to everything that you said. I just went point by point. So the last point is the money thing that I'm gonna talk about. Now the money thing, I could see why everybody got in an uproar about the money thing. But one thing that we can say is, going back to last year, Essence lost half of their budget to the cutting of DEI. Half of Essence budget was cut by DEI. And I heard some people talking about the production and all of these things. Well, if you cut half of the budget and you have to start making decisions to do the festival with half of the budget, you're going to have a drop off in production. You're going to have a drop off in the amount of space that's going on. You're going to have a drop off in a lot of things that affect people. And the people not looking at the fact of the matter that the budget was cut. On top of that, Essence has the same budget for this long contract, right? So with this new contract coming up, you don't think inflation takes place? That's why they asking for a certain amount of money. But for me, I don't think we gotta necessarily give them the $12 million. I just feel like before we start saying, oh, we need to get rid of Essence and start making it look like Essence is the bad guy, I think this is an opportunity for us to go in and negotiate. That's all I'm saying. Before we say, oh, Essence is so terrible and it ain't never done anything, it just come off with that. It just come off in a cocky way. And I'm like, And whenever I'm thinking about this and we being all cocky and all of this, and at the same time, they got news stories coming out saying that we losing money on Mardi Gras, which we put on the biggest party in the world. This city hosts the biggest party in the world. They just had a study to come out and say we actually in the red when it comes to Mardi Gras. They talking about maybe we should get corporate sponsors and make Mardi Gras more corporate right now because the city is losing money in producing it. So I feel where everybody is coming from. I'm neither way right now, one way or the other way. I just look at the fact of the matter of me getting behind the city and being all hyped up with what the city's talking about they can do and how they could do it better. I just haven't seen them do it, and I'm not convinced. And I would like to see some negotiations. And honestly, I may be favorable. I love Essence. I do. I may be favorable because I do love Essence. I participated in it. You feel what I'm saying? My family go. But I think also Essence has been for the out of towners, right? So I can see what local people have their feelings because the local people don't typically has never typically been the majority of the crowd in Essence. It's always been the out of towners that drive the Essence Music Festival. But that's like I say, that's my perspective, and I know a lot of people not going to agree with that perspective. But what I would ask is, even if you don't agree with it, just think about what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Spoken like a true transplant. You know, I had to get you. You know, you're my brother.
Oh,
You
it's
look. You more New Orleans than people I've been around 40 years.
no,
But I'm
it's
messing
all
with you. I'm
no,
messing
it
with you.
is all love because
No,
I think
yeah.
I know I think it matters. Like I
No,
think in
no,
some
no,
conversations
no.
it
But
matters that
okay.
I look at it differently. You feel
Okay.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I mean, because you got to also with you got to look at it from a perspective of media and entertainment. You're deep into it. You understand the intricacies that a lot of people don't know. That might say move this, move that. Now let's get one fact straight. When you hear people that make comments and just say, "Yeah, let's move it." Okay, I will give you another inside part. They came years ago and said, if this don't happen, that don't happen. It's nothing about renewal contracts that was coming up this year. They were like, well, we'll take it somewhere else. They put that on the table, like in a threatening negotiation way. It wasn't told to them where you can go somewhere else, but it was told back to them that, okay, then if you decide that you want to go, you go where you want to go. You're not going to push us around. And this was right when the new leadership got in, right? And so basically, they put that on the table that, okay, we'll go somewhere else. And it was more or less like, and you're this type of guy, and I know this, where it's like you're doing what you're doing. You'll still tell somebody, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Then if you want to go somewhere else, I'm not afraid you leaving, and what can be would have, nothing will never be the same. And sometimes some things will never meet the greatest level of it. But if the effort is put there and the understanding is put there to say, okay, y'all want to leave, y'all threatening to leave, okay, go ahead. We'll put something in its place. And one thing I've always understood about life, you have to try. If someone's saying that, it's like a girl saying, you know what, you ain't giving me enough money and I'm gone. Do you decide to not just be with females again and don't ever have a girlfriend? You're still going to move on and you're going to replace what has left that didn't appreciate you in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? And so guess what? You'll learn from your mistakes. And I think we have smart enough people here, especially the people that were sitting down at that table that were listening, that was because it wasn't just Essence. It was also Halloween weekend with
Voodoo Festival.
yeah, that they were leaving or whatever, and that weekend was open. And so what a certain political individual said, okay, you could start on with Voodoo Festival and put some there, but I want the whole state of Louisiana involved. So a great plan was put there. Now with Essence situation, it was really thrown off where they were like, if we don't get this, we're going to leave. Like, okay, we're going to be afraid that if you leave, we're hurting. Yeah, we're going to lose tourism and tourism money and things like that. But everything can be replaced in life. It just depends on who you're going to have there. And then those individuals that would try to replace and put another festival here, you know what I'm saying? They have to be people that will make an effort to involve our city vendors. Now I'm going to jump into that part to answer that part. Let's be totally honest. If you're a city vendor, and I believe in this, and some people going to get mad with me, but I don't know. I did a song called F You Serve, so people could say that to me personally. You know what I'm saying? To get it off their chest. So I don't care. You know, our vendors, y'all got to get y'all business together. If y'all know last a year or two before that they did vendors this way and they put these type of situations, which we'll talk about some if we have time, but concerning vendors,
Right.
you know,
We
what I'm
got a
saying?
whole
Yeah,
nother situations concerning
so
our vendors.
our vendors,
You just can't do right by them
because a
people.
lot of people got on Madam Mayor about when she was talking to Donald Trump and what stuff like this when she met him or whatever, and then when they revealed what she was talking about federal funding for vendors here. You know what I'm saying? For getting it easier to get your vendor's license and different things or whatever, or not. And that was also something saying to you vendors, get yourself together. Okay, get yourself together and come to the city council meetings and say, hey, Essence, with this, if it was, say it was last year, and you know you got a year before Essence come, they did us wrong, this, that, and that, and that. We need some provisions. We need some things put in place for us. You know what I'm saying? When you negotiating with them. And then when people say, okay, we'll go do that, say the political leaders here say they will go do that, right? And speak up, because some people did speak up for Essence vendors here in the city. You know, same time doing Mardi Gras.
Right. No, it was a big deal last year.
So when you see these trucks doing Mardi Gras, and a lot of the New Orleans people say, man, they harass us. We can't sell food doing Mardi Gras, this and that on these trucks. You know, these people with these trucks doing Mardi Gras, and it goes the same thing with Essence. They get all their paperwork and all their situation done years in advance. And they get these bids for these corners and whatnot. So now what I'm saying is political leaders, just like you said, and I got something when you look at the crates, and it's a man from New Orleans that owns the crates in Tampa. And there's a bunch
you
of box,
always talk about the crates.
Yeah, it's a bunch of box cars like 2 blocks long with all vendors from Florida that didn't have a homestay and restaurant.
Shout out to Tampa.
Yeah, and it's a guy from New Orleans that created this. Why don't we have that down here before they get to Essence? Why are political leaders? Because they know this man, because this man has brought this project here to New Orleans. See, that way, Essence, we don't have to worry about Essence. If you got one of those streets like that here in New Orleans, which we're going to talk about something similar right now going on, that, of course, they'll try to take it. They'll take it again from the culture. But our vendors also got to go and fight. They got to be at the city council meetings a year before.
Right, and they got to be having their stuff together.
Have their stuff together.
You got to have license, insurance at least.
And go in the city council and say, yeah, you got to have
a license and insurance at the minimum.
You can't have a fire popping off, man, around. So we're going to talk about that moving forward next. But, and that's what I'm saying. Even if there are people that say, you know what, we could put on something similar to Essence if Essence wants to leave. I think the people that you hear saying they could go is people in the comments that ain't got nothing to do with it and don't care about the vendors, don't care about the people that work downtown in these hotels. Because contrary to some of y'all believe, downtown a bartender make $3.75. He live off tips in New Orleans. I know this for a fact. That's why a few bartenders were doing some shady things in their life to get extra money. So, you know, and people, you know, work the front doors. That's why you see black people talk about black people. I rather when the cancer or the doctors come, because when you got Essence come, they don't tip well. The black people don't tip well. So right now, man, we are a city in New Orleans. We got to get ourselves together. If you're a vendor, bring yourself to city council and make those people that you have voted in do their job. They should be fighting for you in this negotiation.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, sir. So
no, you're right. We on the same book. We on the same book.
I'm like, man, it don't matter what festival it is.
But
we always get the crumbs. You think I want to trust somebody that's already giving me crumbs to give me more than crumbs?
I'll say you for advance. I'll give you an example of you. Rap people, singers, everybody that do music here talk about, man, I don't, nobody doing nothing for the artists here. Well, I watch you give beats and bars and all that, and people don't even show up. They don't even show up. And you had execs in there and everything, right? So that's the same thing. Our people have to show up. We could argue and say, hey, what if people got a great plan to replace Essence, right? And put something up similar to it, right?
You just then don't go put something up similar and still don't take care of the people.
That's what I'm saying. But what if you got people that know that the people have to be taken care of? The people themselves got to
take care of themselves
and make sure their businesses have. Because in New Orleans, I love our entrepreneurship, but our entrepreneurship is say, bruh, I'm gonna go ahead and put this t-shirt shop up, truck up, and don't have not nail license, don't have nothing, period. Don't have the LLC, don't have a bank account open on them in the business bank. They don't have their vendor's license, their business license. They don't have none of that. And you know when you tell them about that, you know what they say? Man, y'all got the white man running y'all. No,
right?
No, and that's the problem. So even if we do create something to replace, because the veterans saying we about to leave, we threatening y'all, we gonna leave. Then guess what? Okay, if we work it out with y'all. You got to have representation, like you say, your political leaders to say, you know what, by the way, if we giving you this money, if we work that out, we need a vendor's alley for our people. Now, when they turn around and do that, so guess what's going to happen?
This is perfect. I love when we talk these out because we usually end up in the same space. So this is what
Pause.
Yeah,
all right.
pause.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Hey, so this is what I'm saying, sir. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is I don't care. We can stick together. If the majority of the people saying the hell with Essence, then I'm with the people. But what I am saying, whether we negotiate with Essence or we do something new, we bring in something new, we need better negotiations.
And then the right person.
I don't care what we decide to do. We need better negotiations because I cannot be down with the city and believe in the hype of them talking about they could do something better and we don't need this person and we don't need that person when I don't care what festival it is that come to the city. We always get
another thing.
The local people complain every time. They was complaining about Keith Lee.
And another thing too.
And he gave away free vending spots.
And no disrespect.
And they said why somebody from out of town
could
come here and do a festival and make all of that money. And that is exactly what the people said.
Too. And I'm gonna say this. And you know I ain't got nothing against y'all. I'm just saying. No, if there's something that needs to be created to not rival Essence, but to put something in its place that'll be, great, right?
No, because we
cannot have a Caucasian running the whole situation. We need someone of intelligence, of course, that is understands the culture.
Because I ain't trying to replace Essence with
Dan Hemisphere.
Yes, man.
I need Keisha.
I know.
I need Keisha them.
I know Essence got his problems and everything, but it is still black.
Yeah, it's Pan African. Like
look, I know
African American.
I know y'all ain't feeling them Africans right now, but they still black.
But we're gonna jump into something that has vendorship that's kind of rubbing me the wrong way.
All right, since we're talking about vendors.
And when I say rubbing me the wrong way, it makes
shout out to LGJJ Productions, man. We coming to y'all in 1 hot second. We ain't forgot about y'all. We roll a 10 now. We got 10.
Yeah. We own us. Let's go. But now, man, we've been talking about the situation that to me, this is real. This is real culture breaking.
Man, you've been talking about this. We seen the writing on the wall.
So something was being birthed that was becoming something so great. It was almost repeating time in history of New Orleans, right? So let me make y'all understand something. I'm gonna set the stage. The part of New Orleans, Treme, is the oldest black neighborhood in the United States. And just as Black Wall Street and many places, Roseburg, Florida, all these different places, when we try to do something ourselves, when they say, don't live off us, you know what I'm saying? Don't be welfare recipients and create your own situation or whatever, whatnot. And so, again, it was done under the bridge on Claiborne. All the food trucks start being in one area. What, about 2 blocks long or 1 block, right? I'm not
man,
sure.
It was probably about 2. I think it was about 2 blocks, honestly.
And what was going on, the great food, it was no problems. You didn't hit no rock.
But then,
It was right. And they had music out
Wednesday,
there.
Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday, and the food trucks would be out there. Now, backdrop, so Don gonna take over. Now, in history, Treme, that area going to Claiborne's, just like LaSalle. If a lot of y'all don't know nothing about New Orleans, like y'all street before there was the French Quarter popping off, LaSalle Street was one of the things that made the French Quarter more vibrant because they looked at what was going on in LaSalle. Clubs on both sides, food and everything. They got rid of LaSalle, right? Okay. Now, Treme, at the same time, where everything was so vibrant, they built the bridge through that neighborhood, which was knocking bulldozing houses, selling the houses, the land, and this, that, and that. And
Eminent domain.
And where we at right now?
They straight took stuff.
Yeah, they took stuff. And when the bridge dropped down, if you notice it, it drops down on Canal Street where you can go down to Bourbon Street, right? If you look at the bridge that goes through, you know what I'm saying? Because you get off on Claiborne and different places, whatever, Canal, the exit or whatever, and that goes to Bourbon Street because they wanted to bring that traffic to Bourbon Street. And because that traffic at one time, Claiborne Avenue was the place to be, especially with black people come in town, the culture, the music, the food, everything. So now we got years later, those food trucks were creating the same thing, where even tourists, the word start getting out there. If you want some of the best New Orleans food and culture and music, go under the bridge. So people start going there and it was getting out there. And then one day, it was a video where the white man showed a video and his wife was crying because he said, but he did say, she had a great time. She was crying because somebody yelled at her. So now you put that up there, right? And I'm just going by my theory. You know how I am with me and my black hole theory. You put that up there, right? And
they don't scare the white lady.
And she crying. And then he said, we still had a great time. The people were nice, but she just got yelled at. And so, and of course, next thing you know, guess what happened?
All
they
of a
start
sudden,
talking about, you know, if your stuff not together, you don't have your vendor's license, your business license, your inspection for your food and your kitchen and everything, then it has to stop. And so a lot of them, you know, had to remove their trucks and everything else. And one guy was fighting because he said a lot of people, the people from Florida were coming down and they were causing problems because a lot of their stuff wasn't together. But he so happened to be one of the small vendors. He had all his stuff together.
Had all this stuff together.
And he the one was fighting for them, like about to get in a fist fight with the people from Florida. So when they did that, guess who was the only one had his? That's why I go back to our people. You got to be ready for the okie doke when it comes, the banana in the tailpipe. Okay, you want to remove me, but this is your reason to remove me. You know, I'll have this. I need this list license. I need this vendor's license. I need this inspection stickers and everything. I'm ready. You can't take me. And guess what they did? They removed all those trucks had to leave, and something that was building back in that neighborhood, you know, and people going to say, well, you know, what about the businesses? Okay, I'll add some tax businesses in outside of Manchus maybe, and now Manchus gone because they raided Manchus recently. I can't even get my A piece. But seriously, we're dealing with the same thing in two things. It's wrong what they did, but again, our people should what? Have
they stuff together. I ain't gonna even lie. Shouts out to Miss JB5. She said I heard that on WBOK as well, Don. I agree.
Yeah, so that's what went on, Don. And you know, and I think if you look at again the history, oldest black neighborhood, and they did this, they took it by putting.
You remember when we was talking about under the bridge, and I was like, why don't somebody come up with an idea to clean it up? You know, put you a little fake grass out there on the turf under the bridge. Then you go and get a whole bunch of the like your boy did with the crates. Go get a whole bunch of the shipping containers. And you paint them.
And then restaurants.
You get them, you paint them. And look, then the city can make money off of that, because what you could do is you could rent those things.
That's how he makes it. Because
I would have it to the point where you can even rent it by the day.
Tampa.
You can rent it by the week. You feel what I'm saying?
This is why Tampa love it. Tampa makes money off it, right? And then Dick's Sporting Good and all the pause and all these other stores that are big major things that are in that big parking lot, they get a percentage because people parks in those parking lots. And so now what happens is Tampa vendors will tell you, because if you go there, you'll love it. Number one, you got your Bob Marley store, of
Yeah,
course, because it's legal there.
that's
And
that's one of the main places I go when I go
the,
to Tampa.
the Jamaican food and all that. Then you got a stage with an amp stage, a theater where you got DJs on Friday night and R&B night and all this other stuff, man. And then you can bring your kids there because they got a bounce room and all this stuff while you having your drink. They got cameras where you can see if your kid playing in the bounce room and this, that, if you trust your kid to go there while you as a parent is enjoying yourself. All they have to do is the same thing. And I'm saying this for Essence. And I said this, I recommended it during Super Bowl coming up. I said, why don't y'all take a couple of them streets and make a New Orleans food culture avenue with these containers?
I ain't gonna even lie. What I feel like us in general as people,
somebody got to do it.
We need to honestly just in ourselves, our culture. You feel what I'm saying? We need to create. We need
our food corridor.
Yeah, we need to create our own entertainment corridor.
Yeah. So,
like
yeah,
we need to be in charge of creating our own entertainment corridor.
And I'll show you why you're so correct. LaSalle Street. If people don't know, LaSalle, you could go on LaSalle and Jackson and you could see the chicken or whatever was there. What used to be there was a Black Texaco station that was owned by my late father. You know what I'm saying? One of the first black gas station owners in the city of New Orleans. Right now, how he got it, he was hustling. We
got to go quickly, man.
Well,
hang tight with me. Hang tight with me, man. I got you coming, baby.
Well, long story short, LaSalle Street was like that. And that's where you had Stevie Wonder and all them. They would come down to perform, and then they would birth or Second of Drives, the birth of the Jazz Fest. Because then they would go and perform on Second of Drives, and after that, they would perform outside in the middle of the street. And so some white people saw that, and then they start pushing that to do something bigger because that's what it was. But everything was on LaSalle Street, and Bourbon Street took some ideas from LaSalle Street. So, like you said, the entertainment corridor. So you're right.
Shouts out to my man Odyssey. He said, Morrow, speaking of Larry, bring entertainment in town and use his restaurants and other known black spots. Odyssey, my website is the start. Go look at it. I can accommodate all of the information. So Odyssey, he has a website that promotes businesses outside of the French Quarter corridor, in which he tries to draw out-of-towners into coming to those businesses outside of those corridors.
Because I got an app coming up where you at NOLA. That's pushing the fact of businesses. You know what I'm saying? Businesses, events, stuff for kids, because you always bring up stuff for your kids, you know what I'm saying, to let people know. So I definitely have to get with him and learn from him.
All right, man, we're going to switch gears real quick, man. I got one of the artists I've been working with. I had a chance to chop it up with him a couple of times in ATL. I'm actually about to add him to the talk table. He got a new single out right now called Cold Water. We're going to actually debut that joint right now. So if you're just not checking in, it is the Morning Brew. I'm yours truly. I got my main man, Mr. Servon Vent. I got you on the line. I don't know if you're I don't see your picture.
You can hear me though.
Go ahead and say something, man. Let me know.
You can hear me, twin.
I got you locked in.
We gotta take his camera, but if not, you know.
What you there?
Well, you can hear me.
Hold on 1 second. I can't hear you. Let me just work on that audio just a second here.
You
Speak
can
for me one more time.
Yo.
Mic check. Vent, you there?
Yo.
Vent.
Yo.
Yeah, I got you now, bro. I got you.
All right,
How you doing, brother? You don't want to turn your camera on, or we gonna? Or you want me to?
I ain't even got no camera on my computer and everything. I thought I could do it on my phone.
Yeah, turn your camera on.
Nah, I can't. I'm on the computer. The big.
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay. I got you. How you doing this morning, bro?
Oh,
did we lose him?
You're backstage. You're in the.
Well,
you can hear me.
While we waiting,
all right, there you go. All right.
But I said while we waiting, my guy out there, Neil Ricks, that's $2.99 that joint, man. He got some of the best aftershave cologne, aftershave, man, but for barber stuff. But I mean, he make it personally, man. Another black business owner, man. So go ahead while we was waiting.
All right, cool beans, man. Shouts out to is that Neil Ricks?
Yeah,
Neil
yeah.
Ricks, $2.99, man. Got the cologne and aftershave. All right, if you're just now checking in, we're gonna jump into a quick interview. This is our entertainment spotlight for Friday. This young gentleman right here not only is an artist, but a producer. He has so much spirit, so much life, and I am excited to be working with him. I was introduced to him by LGJJ and Royalty Records, and real quickly, I want to give him the opportunity to introduce yourself and tell everybody your name, who you are, a little bit about yourself, Vint.
All right, man. What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy Vint, man. You feel me? They call me V3 in the streets. But you feel me? I'm an artist, producer, engineer, actor. You feel me, man? We get down with everything that you feel me? Anything we jump into, we get down with it and everything, man. It's a pleasure to be here with y'all, though, man.
Man, it is a pleasure to have you. Now, one of the things that I love about you is your energy and your willingness to learn, like producing your own beats, shooting your own videos. Like, how did you get so deep engulfed into music and entertainment?
Really, it was my brother, you feel me? Cause I tell this every interview, you feel me? My brother Carter, he was making beats, making music and everything, engineer. Before I started doing it, he was like, shit, I don't feel like making no beats today. You want to do it? I was like, yeah, come on with it. He taught me how to do it. And then you feel me, man? It's just been ups ever since, you feel me? Cause I ain't find nobody who can make no beats. That was something my style or nothing like that. So you feel me? I had to end up finding the sauce and making it myself. And ever since then, you feel me? We here today, you feel me?
Definitely, man, definitely. And so when you started making the beats and coming up with your own sauce, like how did you figure out your sauce? When did you know, like, oh, this the sauce right here? I'm good enough. I'm good enough right now. I can put this out. Like, how did you find your sauce, bro?
For real, it was middle school, man. I ain't gonna lie, it was middle school. It was, my folks, they had I had a couple songs out on Band Lab. That's what I started off on. And
Hey,
my homeboy,
you got you excuse me, V3.
talk to me.
Hey, you on a microphone or
Yeah, I'm
you
mic.
on a computer?
No, I'm on like a mic, like
Oh,
my
you on
record
a
mic.
mic? Yeah, because your sound going in and out. I don't know if it's on my side.
Wait, we straight right here though?
I don't think it's on my side, but all right. Yeah, I can hear you now. Now go back and say
Oh, yeah,
how'd you
I'm
figure out to get your sauce?
No, I had it was down there in middle school and everything when a couple of my classmates had heard my music and everything. And it was one of them days they had put it on the Promethean board just on some random, you feel me? I'm in the middle of a teacher parent conference. They played on the Promethean board. I walked back in, they were like, Vent, this you to it, but I ain't know you rock like this and everything. And ever since then, you feel me? The gas just been there. So
Definitely,
yeah.
man. And so, like, when it comes to music, like, what's your goals, man? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, 5 years. I ain't gonna lie. I know for a fact taking care of the folks who took care of me. That's number one. But for real, making sure that we leave a stain and showing like a different side of the artists that y'all see today. You feel me? Because everybody got their own personality, but I feel like the personality that me and Gang coming with, I feel like we gonna open up eyes, open up different avenues for other people who built just like us, but didn't want to take the road we went. You feel me? So it's a lot. It's a lot. I ain't finna run it down to you too much, but main thing, make sure I can feed all the folks who done looked out for me in their role when I'm trying to make it. You feel me? That's number one for sure.
Man, I got platinum recording artist, Mr. Servon from No Limit Records. I want to toss it over to him. I always like to get him to get some insight with younger artists. So, Serv, man, what would you want to know about V3, man?
Let me ask you something, man. And it's a question that we all have been asked. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We part of the same fraternity. I mean, we always want the same and we believe the same, and that's what rap is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask you something. What's your why? And this tells a lot, man. And it's a teaching moment too, if need be. What's your why?
No. I already know it. It'll be in the back of my mind. Shit, you feel me? Mom, dude, she was single mother. You feel me? Dad, he gotta die. You feel me? But so it's really Monduke, you feel me? Because we done been through hell and high water, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm talking about real solo dolo stuff. So it's like, really, if I could just put her on the roof, you feel me? Because it's kind of ugly for her right now. If I could give her own dough, bro, that'll boost me up forever. You feel me? I never forget the feeling of being able to say I done gave my mama a dough. You feel me? Her own dough. You feel me? So that's really mine, bro. You feel me? I'm gonna do that until I make sure I can do it like once and twice. You feel me? So yeah.
Okay. I gave you advice before my next question. Understand And that's a beautiful why. And understand that also I wanted to also part of your why is the legacy. I want when
Oh,
you
yeah.
no longer here, I want them to remember your words and remember your name. You know what I'm saying? And so, but that's a beautiful why, because if you concentrate on the legacy part of saying, you know what, I'm gonna put it down and do what I do to the point where when I'm no longer here, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna remember me. But what
Yeah,
comes
for
with that
sure.
road, when you put your mind in that road, saying that money is gonna come. But I want you to get on your business, because you won't be able to give mom what she need if you ain't got your business correct. People will
That's for
tell you,
sure.
man, get your business correct later. No, get your business correct when you don't have $5. Have that correct so you can get every other $5 and $5.50 that come, that extra 50 cent that some people don't see we get.
Yeah.
Have that correct, because that's gonna be for mom. You get what I'm saying? So you get that correct, man. But I'm gonna tell you in one last thing before I ask this question.
I got one for y'all too after.
If you ever watch, if real quick, if you ever watch a racehorse, this is how I want you to think as artists. If you ever watch a
Talk to me.
racehorse, they wear blinders on. They don't look left or right. They look straight. They don't care what people
Mm,
say on each side. They don't
real
worry
shit.
about what's being said. They don't worry about the horse next to them. They worry about the front, the finish line. And your finish line is to get that trophy to mom. You understand what I'm saying?
True,
So,
true.
so keep doing that and understand that. Now I'm gonna ask you this. Where you from? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Exactly where you from. I want the neighborhood, as long as the city. And
Okay.
then I want to know, because I asked that at where you from in the neighborhood and everything.
I'm from East Atlanta, Kirkwood, East Atlanta. The same neighborhood Future from, you feel me?
But for
That
sure.
east side.
Yeah,
The
that east
same
side.
one,
So
same hood.
now I'm gonna ask you this. Atlanta tradition is great. So
Yeah.
you have so many to choose from. But if they sit down and say, if people from your city that are legendary, and they all come to you and say, I'm gonna move out the way and I'm giving you my seat, what artist seat would you want to sit in and say, I'm gonna carry on with what you brought to the table? Now,
Hey,
which
boy,
artist?
you come with a
You
good
only
one,
get
boy.
one. You only get one. Y'all ain't gonna give you two because it's too many. So if they step
All
aside
right.
and say, my seat is yours, and you know who they are and what they have done and their style of music and everything they brought, which one?
I ain't gonna lie. Man, this ain't no shade to my boy, but we from the same hood. It had to be that boy Future, man. You feel me? It had to be
Oh
that boy
man,
Future.
it's a beautiful
It have
choice.
to. It
Man,
have
that
to.
ain't a bad
That ain't a
choice at
bad
all.
choice. That's
It had to. That
beautiful.
boy done put on for the hood, but you feel me? I feel like,
You can
hey
put on
man,
for the
you feel
world,
me?
man.
You feel me? You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
But no,
beautiful, man.
that'll be the top tier one I can say, cause I done just knowing where we came from, the same
Yeah.
streets though. Yeah, that'll be it for sure. That'll be it. That one I wouldn't even second
And
guess it.
last question, man. Atlanta sometimes get bad raps and bad situations. You
A
know what I'm
lot of it.
saying? That I don't like and I don't respect, because of Atlanta I know, and me and Don, who knows Atlanta well, I always talk about, man, ain't nothing soft there and ain't nothing fruity there and none of that. It's real. It's real as can get.
It
You
is, bro.
know what I'm
It's
saying?
just where you at.
But then it's also they get this thing that people from everywhere else come there and run stuff, and I don't believe that. How do you feel about that? Are you that I'm down all the east side? I'm Atlanta to the fullest. Though you cut me open. You feel what I'm
Atlanta,
saying?
Atlanta
Atlanta
the
gonna
Mecca.
pop out.
Atlanta is the Mecca. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because I done heard a lot of stories, even with some of the females and everything. I done heard talk to them and everything. Even a couple of my homeboys and everything. They said they done moved down here just to try to get in the motion and everything. So I wouldn't say people come down here and just take over. They come down
Yeah, I don't
here with
like
a
that.
plan.
That's a lie.
They come
Go
down
ahead.
here with a plan and they execute it harder than people who probably already down here. That's probably what it is, because they knowing if they come down here and apply pressure in a way that somebody else who ain't already down here applying pressure, they gonna get it. So I feel like that. I feel like that's what's going for them. Somebody just
I'm
come
gonna
with a
turn it
bigger
over.
plan or
I'm
stronger
gonna turn it
plan.
over Don, but I'm gonna tell you this: go handle your business, because it's trying to look like people trying to forget about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
because Atlanta
we
always
can't.
had somebody young, new, and coming up. Handle your
Yeah.
business so they understand what Atlanta is. Because I think people, they just look at the business aspect of Atlanta and it's cool, black and business, but they forgetting Atlanta got music that stands the test of time. So it's time for you to build that new Atlanta, man. I need you to do that.
Okay.
Let me ask you this question. How you feel about the new reputation with all of these people? You know, y'all had the Young Thug situation going down,
Yeah.
and it's been a lot of talk about Rat Atlanta. How you feel about that? Like, what's your thoughts on that situation? Where people like, Oh, Atlanta, Rat Atlanta. And how you feel about rats in hip hop culture? Like, what's your thought on that in general?
My thought on that real deal is, man, I stay out the way, bro. I stay out the way, so you feel me? Hey, man,
like from New Orleans, I stay out the way.
Hey, I got to, cause out here, man, you feel me? For folks like that to have money on and still happen to him, bro, you feel me? That ain't nothing for somebody who happens for not to have paper like him, and you feel me, to happen to us. So I stay out the way, get mines, and try to go back home. You feel me? Keep making the music. So you feel me? But other than that, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's really talk to him.
Look, if they say, man, I got one song, what song on your project that you say, go listen to that, and I promise you, when you listen to this, I'm gonna become your favorite artist that people should listen to or wait for if it ever came out. You know what I'm saying? What song, man? That one song, if I had $10 million on the table for you, free, tax free, and everything, give me that one song, and I know you're going. And they got 1,000 people listening, and all 1,000.
You talk about what? All right, can I give you a top 3 real quick?
I'll see you want to expand. I like that.
I got top 3 because I ain't gonna lie. We be making some crazy stuff over here, right? I got one song, the Cold World. My boy Slugger 2 times on it. WAP, we got a song called WAP. He go crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then
I heard that song. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, you did twin. It goes crazy.
It is a summertime. It is a summertime hit. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, you better have the t-shirts or some product with WAP on it.
Man,
I gotta get you a Cardi B and Megan with crazy mine. I should have wore it today.
Well, I ain't got one.
I ain't gonna even lie. See what it was? I was flying on Frontier.
See, here we go. Hey,
V3, remember when I almost missed my flight? I almost missed my flight at the studio with them. I was back there. We was laughing and talking. I was back there praying.
Hey, we got them right though. We got them right for sure.
You better go get some product, man. So if that WAP is hard, like y'all say it is, I need to see WAP on the back of the tights. You know who tights I'm talking about?
Everything.
The shirt. I need to see WAP t-shirts. I need to see WAP hats. I need to see WAP rolling paper. I need all that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Cold World. Let's talk about Cold World. Who produced Cold World?
Hold on, say it again. My bad. It went out for a second. My bad.
I said, let's talk about Cold World. Who produced that?
Oh, boy, my boy LGJJ Productions, man. That boy went crazy. Oh, and Guitar Red. I can't forget my boy Guitar Red, man. You feel me? Guitar Red at LGJJ Productions. They cut up for me. Went crazy.
And when y'all made the Cold World song, what was y'all thoughts? Like where y'all was at with it? What was the concept?
Shoot, actually, quick story. I pulled up on my boy LG, right? You feel me? He had some beats playing, you feel me? He had 2 different versions of it. One had the sound, the drums that you had heard to the original song, and one had some other different drums to it. Man, I told him, hey, but let me get that one right there. That's him. So he gave it to me, you feel me? I went to the crib, cooked up on FL, and something about it. We had a deep little conversation about it, you feel me? It was some stuff we had going on, you feel me? And we were just talking about it and everything, and it was like, the conversation stuck with me in my brain and everything, and I was just talking about how it was a cold world and everything. And after that, I just vented to the mic. You feel me? Once I had the hook, the rest of it, I just got the spilling. You feel me? And yeah, you feel me? We hit with it.
You know what's so crazy? And because I don't get involved in all that craziness, because Young Thug is like an artist I like. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know when you first start talking, you sound similar to him. No disrespect. I know people be disrespect.
That's that ATL slang.
That sound, the speed of the way he talking, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, is this Doug on here playing, man? That took this man's name.
Look, I got AI, man.
Yeah. But definitely, definitely, man. And tell me something else about him that you like when you was just being around him, because I like to know. People can have some great music, but I come from No Limit. I got to feel like I could be in a room with you tomorrow too, and be around you and everything good. Not no Fear Street stuff. We don't worry about.
Well, I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Tell me down what you like, you liked about him, what his character.
I spent a lot of time with LG. We've been working together for a little minute. And I had met some of the other artists that LG worked with. Yeah, but what I will say is with V3 or AKA Vent, one thing I appreciated was he's young, but he listened. Like I like to have man, look, to have
Nah,
youth,
for real, too.
you know what I'm
Listen
saying?
and listen.
And to listen, you are guaranteed to be successful. If I can tell you right now, if I were to go back and change anything in my career or my life, and I feel like I have accomplished a lot, I have a lot of accolades, I get a lot of respect. And then if someone was to ask me, man, Don P, if you could have changed one thing about your life, I would have listened more. I would have taken more
That
advice
deep.
from my elders and the people, especially people that was trying to pour into me, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can't listen to anybody and anything.
Mm-mm.
A lot of people, they get caught up in listening to.
Especially internet.
I heard
Social
some. I heard somebody
Real.
say something. A comedian say this. I wanted to credit him for it, but I can't remember his name. He said, "I was raised by the OGs, not IG." Right. And so one of
Nah,
the
for
things I
real.
find with
That's
I
a bar.
find with young people, they would believe anything that they see online, but whenever they have people around them that are trying to pour into them, that's face to face to them, a lot of
Yeah.
times they reject that information. And one of the things that I could say about V3, aka Vent, was, man, when I was around and me and LG was talking, and we might have been talking about business, or we might have been talking about marketing and all of that, a lot of times the artist is not paying attention.
No.
He was paying attention to every single word. He was taking notes. I could see him mentally, you know what I'm saying, trying to soak up every
He
one.
wasn't doing like the young
Yeah,
dude.
he was
I
trying.
already know that. I did that.
Yeah.
Say, bro, let me
Yeah.
tell
So
you
that
something,
would
little
be
bro.
that would be one of the things that I
Take-
would say. I would say could
Yeah.
be one of my biggest compliments
Little
of
bro.
V3, aka Vent, man.
Advice to you, V. What he's saying, that compliment he gave you. I'm gonna tell you why I asked that question. You know, that it also comes to mindset from my generation. Will you be worth in investing in? And so that's one of the biggest compliments you could have, young bro. To listen, that somebody that's able to listen, that you could teach, that is humble enough to say, okay, let me see what this OG talking about. Now you can walk out the room and say, I don't really feel it, or maybe I do feel it, but you gave the respect to listen,
Yeah.
because you're gonna
Yeah.
learn more by sometime by listening. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to execute, go and do it.
And
See,
then,
because a lot of times people like me and Don gonna tell you things because we've seen things and we've made mistakes. And me as an artist, I've made mistakes. That's why the first lesson I taught you was like, remember with a horse race, they got horses on
yeah.
each side. You ain't paying
Yeah.
attention to them. That translates to them, the ones that's gonna hate and gonna
Stuff
don't
like
want
that.
to
People
let you
my age
come up.
don't be getting, which I be saying,
Yeah.
because it's like a lot of things people don't told me too. Is like you know, folks gonna bump their head, you feel me, a couple
Yeah.
times. But every time folks done told me, but you better stop, but you better stop. Nigga, I kept going, bump my head. And after a while, I was like, man, folks right. And I got tired of telling folks they was right. So I was like, man, I'm finna just listen. So I could be like, nah, you was right. You was right. And see the right this time, you feel me? Without seeing the
'Cause you
wrong
done
and be like,
seen it,
damn, you
man.
was right.
And you know what it is though? Like when you young, like I feel like now I also feel like the reason that I have been successful because I was very good at this. This is one thing I was very good at. I was very
Yeah.
good at listening to people and being able to decipher what parts to use and how to reinvent or use what I know, younger technology or younger things at my time, right? This is my generation. I was able to listen to the OGs and say, even me and Serve, I do this with Serve all day. He'll tell me something, or he'll say, John, this is what I think we should do, or this is how we should do it. And I'll be like, I like that idea, but let's do it like this, right? I'm gonna listen and take the because overall, certain stuff he have way more knowledge than me. But when it comes to the production side of it, I might say, I want to do that segment, sir, but let's produce it like this.
And some things you
And
might apply later on in life. You might not apply it right then and there in the moment.
right. So yeah, man. So that's one thing I say is being able to decipher, like, how to use the information. I think a lot of times what a younger generation mess up is because they don't understand how to use the information, they just
Yeah.
brush it off.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, for real,
You're
one day
like,
out the
no,
other
like
type
you
shit.
gotta learn how to use the information. Is what's gonna help you.
And prepare for your greatness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to, man. I tell young dudes, and I'm telling you, you got two choices. You could be the guy that's making 30,000 for that show that night. You cool with that? You cool with that? 30,000 for a show, 30 minutes. You cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I got one better for you.
What?
Oh, I said I'm good with that, but I got one better for
Talk
you.
to me.
Teaching moment. Or I want to be the guy that make 300,000 on a night, and I paid you 30,000, and I made 300,000. And what that is controlling the narrative and knowing your business. You feel what I'm saying? Because guess what? You made I paid you 30,000, but what if you came and gave me my little hookup of 3,000, and then you bring in that many people to make 300,000? You understand? Because you're controlling the narrative. You learn to look at the situation, even releasing songs and understanding. Let me make sure all my business right. If you notice what me and Don talked about, and then just saying, make sure you got products. You say the name of a song. I haven't even heard the song, but I know Don is going to tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing was to say, let me tell him about making that extra money to give Mom Dukes that. There you go, Mom Dukes. Well, I'm going to make that 300,000. I'm going to make this 30, 40,000 and put it in your pocket with this, wop that, you know what I'm saying, in Cold World and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's good that you listen, little bro, and manifest your greatness. You know what I'm saying? Know you're going to be the one. Tell me right now and tell everybody that's watching, I will be Atlanta's voice, man. The East Side is back, and I am the East Side, and this way we come and do what we do.
Man, I'm finna let y'all know right now, like OG just said, man, I'm finna be the voice. Man, me, Royalty Records, my boy Slugger, man, we finna be the voice of Atlanta, the world, whatever y'all need to label it as, the 7 C's, however y'all want to say it, but we finna be the voice of that, you feel me? So when y'all hear Vent, V3, Royalty Records, LGJJ Productions, Slugger 2 times, when y'all hear these names, man, y'all know where we came from, you feel me? So, yeah.
How they find you on IG, brother?
Hey man, I ain't gonna even lie. We got some music moving in the DJ groups and everything for you. But I wanna tell everybody how to follow you, and we're gonna go out with the debut of Cold World, man. We gotta go out with the debut of Cold World. I want to drop that joint.
All right, baby. All right, so I'm gonna get the gang out, cause right now with Royalty Records, man, it's a 3-man band right now. You feel me? We got a couple other people too, but I'm gonna say the 3-man band real quick. All right, so at me, you feel me? 1V3. You can find me on all platforms. 1V3NT. 1V3NT, right? My boy Slugger 2 times. 1 Slugger, 1 SLUGGA 2X. You feel me? You'll find us all, right? Royalty Records. LLC, you'll find that LGJJ Productions. You feel me? If y'all gotta slow it down, however y'all gotta do it and type it in, you feel me? Y'all will find us, but for sure.
I like that. That's what made us strong and no limit. We always for team. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, man.
Without further ado, man, I want to get this joint out there, man. Let me go ahead and drop this song. Y'all check it out. It's called Cold World by my man Vent. That's spelled V3ENT. V3ENT.
No. V3NT.
V3ENT. All right, V3ENT. All right, I got you. This one is Cold World, man. Y'all check it out. Tell me what you think about it. It is the Morning Brew. Let's get it. Broadcasting live from Bio Social. Don't forget to check us out tonight. It's the R&B and Jazz Dinner Club. Hey, man, y'all stay tuned. Listen to this joint, man. Tell me what you think about it, man. Come on. Hey.
Inside of this cold. Inside of this cold. Just a cold. Inside of this cold. Just a cold. Inside of this cold. Just a cold. Every day it's new. I open up to you and you just let me hear crumbling. I'm a promise disappear every time I find out who wondering. Going through the sky and I can see what's under me. I'm focused on what's not gonna change a thing about them. If I need to for the ones I love, I'll move a mountain. I know that I'm a sinner, all my work and my sins. I'm moving on mission time. I'm right at the finish line. Whoa, inside of this cold world. It's a cold world. Inside of this cold world. It's a cold world. Inside of this cold world. It's a cold world. Inside of this cold world. It's a cold world. Gotta watch out for snakes, cause I'm too real to fake it just to get through the gates. Woman told me don't you never rush, but move at your pace. Anybody can tell you one thing, look at the eyes on their face. When I get it, I'ma speed up, I can't go hold on. I've been trimming to be the one for so damn long. If I keep my everything, don't do me wrong. But I'm been so on that, and it's made me strong. Inside this cold world, it's a cold world. Inside of this cold world, it's a cold world. Inside of this cold world, it's a cold world. Inside of this cold world, it's the cold world.
That's right, man. Tell a friend, man.
Man,
Go grab that right now.
man, send that out to the West Coast, man.
V3, man.
No cap.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, I was about to text.
Send that
Man,
out to
I
the
was
West
about to
Coast,
text
man.
LG right now and like,
Send
bro,
that to the
we
West
gotta go to
Coast.
the West Coast to shoot the video for that,
Homie,
son.
I
On the
slipped
beach
up
with
in
it.
my-
On the beach with it.
I'm
Man, we gotta, man. I'm about to call 400 right now, man.
Man, look,
my homie got the condo on Hollywood
Homie.
Boulevard.
Homie, I
Ooh.
slipped up, man. I slipped up and brought up my personal back. You ain't see what happened?
Yeah,
my fingers went,
he was about to get the Crip walking in there.
Man, the family came out me, man. The family
Word,
came out.
word.
I see you, son. I see you, son. I wish
Man,
I
man,
could
we
see
gotta
me
shoot
in that bit, but I'll
Hey,
turn
we
it
gotta
over
shoot
to
the we gotta shoot the video,
I
man.
tell my homie Glasses Malone why y'all, you know what I'm saying? Welcome y'all out
Man,
there,
we
man.
gotta shoot the video for that
Got
in
Big
LA,
Face
bro.
100 out there, Glasses Malone, man. Oh, that's
You
the
feel
homies.
me?
That's family.
Man,
Y'all gotta be in it. Y'all gotta be in
Hey.
it for sure.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. Right now, summertime is the best time.
LA ain't have something like that in a while. LA done went, no disrespect, they Kendrick style right now.
They need
LA,
to
man,
hit that.
Man, I'm sitting back here, man. I done, man, things done happened, man.
Inside of this cold,
Cold world.
see
You did.
them
this
old,
cold
man,
world.
my
Everybody can feel that too.
my Hispanic SA brothers at home out there, my Mexican brothers, my brown brothers out there.
Yeah,
and
the
low
head
riders,
homes. This
always
is
and the
told
low
me.
riders, man.
Mama always told me to keep my pace.
I saw the low riders and everything, man, come out in LA, man. That's one of them, bro. LA don't even do that type of music no more, dog.
I ain't gonna even lie. I said, man,
Snoop
Dogg.
I was sitting here before you even said it. I was sitting here thinking like, man, I need to tell LG he got to shoot the video and he got to shoot the video for that joint in LA. I was just saying
Hold
that.
up. Mugger Man on here, right? Mugger Man in Charleston, South Carolina. Mugger Man, you just heard this song by the home event. He out there east side Atlanta. Bring him to Charleston, South Carolina, Mugger. Mugger promoter. Mugger do some of the biggest shows out there. Mugger, my dude, Mugger
I gotta
Man
go.
from
As a matter of fact, my mother-in-law, she just bought a house out there in
Charleston, South Carolina.
on the island out there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, on the island out there outside of Charleston, and she just told me I need to come out
Let
there.
me tell you something. He one of the biggest promoters from Columbia to Charleston, South Carolina. Mugger Man, Charleston plug. We're gonna get you this music, man. Bring the young homie out there. And you know how they get down in Charleston. They gonna definitely like that.
So yeah, let's make it happen. We rolling, man. We
know a few people.
We know one or two.
Hey,
we
y'all work out move. We got the rest.
We know one or two.
Down and broke some of the biggest records. I done sold some records. So hey, but nah, really, homie, you deserve this, bruh. And now you got to study.
Hey, you was talking about Thugger earlier. Why that boy Woody heard that Cold World?
And he had to like it.
Yeah, nah, man, they messing with him.
Bro, he talking.
Shout out
to
my homie Marcelo. Shout there, man. Limited Luxury Black Trucks, man. He managed a lot of artists too. But he out there in the ATL, man. He pushing the record right now. Shouts out to DJ Trapper John at Southside. Y'all already know. Y'all get ready. I'm coming back out there June 26th, man. I'll be on the South Side with Trapper John. Shouts out to Metro Boys over there at Fusion, Big Dino, the whole crew. I ran into a lot of my homies over the weekend, man.
You wanted to go to the World Bowl, huh?
It ain't there no more, but I would have been in there.
Did you?
I drove by. I drove by where it used to be.
I want to go check out the chicken wings and the wings and the tater tots. You know what place I'm talking about?
Magic City.
Hey, I really never went in there for the dances. I like the food.
Hey, you gotta be.
You know I'm lying.
You gotta be real old school ATL. You gotta know about the Pink Pony.
Yeah, I gave up a few. I'm gonna tell you something.
Platinum.
I gave up a few no limit publishing checks that are out there.
You remember? You remember?
Man enough to say it, man.
Hey, you remember when one Tweezy was on North Druid Hills?
Hey, I fell in love by the Coca-Cola building, by some apartments around there. You know I was in the hood.
Oh yeah, you was definitely in the. That was before they gentrified that area. They done gentrified that.
She rolled the quickest blunt I ever been seen roll in my life.
Boy, don't get me to tell you about my past. I get in trouble up in here.
I put a few publisher checks out there. Don't do that, young man. Keep your money.
Shouts out to Pittsburgh. That West Side.
Yeah, man.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie. Oh man, you gotta shout out
the grocery store out there, man. Where they start with
the old atrium. You don't know about that? That's the east side.
Hold up.
That's their side over there.
Our
That's the
first
east
time
side.
performing in Atlanta was at 559, and you know what I'm saying, with stage broken head.
Yeah, I remember 559.
But what's the
That's
store
the
out
old
there store with a K? Kroger's?
Yeah, Kroger's.
Oh Lord, I took a broad on a date there to go get some chicken.
Kroger's had the deals too.
Yeah, hey, bro, but that ATL, man. I'm glad the East Side back at Atlanta, man. You bringing it back, man. Let them know that's tradition, man.
We got to meet up in person there again, man. We got to, man. You got to bring Serve on, man. You got
Jay's on Wesley Chapel.
My homie Mugger, man, he hollering at you on there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
definitely,
that's
Mugger.
a bit.
Get the young homie, Mugger. Bring him.
Tell him hit my Instagram or somebody.
Hey, my homeboy said. My homeboy OG Bobby Judges said, Magic City overrated. Take me to Blue Flame. Boy, you ain't never lied.
OG Bobby Johnson, I spent some no limit publishing check in Blue Flame. In fact, Craig B from Beats by the Pound, we was so toe up leaving there. We lost the car and caught a cab home.
That boy spent public checks.
Blue Flame had Blue Monday. Oh, with a $5.
All I know is I was separated and I came to Atlanta to heal myself. what was I thinking about?
Yeah, you healed all right.
Yeah, I healed.
So overly healed.
I can't
powered up.
I'm telling you.
Hey, but man, we love your music, man, and you kind of brought him up. God, man, you brought a sound back, man, and then your rapping style, bro. The way you flowing on there, man. Bro. Hey, man. Oh man.
That's the I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all just scraped the. Y'all ain't even scraped. Y'all are still in the clouds with my music, man. Y'all ain't even scraped the top of the iceberg. Y'all ain't even close to the water yet. It's a tribute, man.
Hey,
take me to the top of the water.
I ain't gonna even lie. Them boys got a lot of music. Every time I hear a song, I be like, but I like that one too.
Mugger say he got major events in June, man. Get my guy on there, man. Get him on there, Mugger. He travel. He ain't scared. He travel.
South Carolina. What's up, LG?
Sure. All y'all gotta do is just send him my Instagram or tell him to hit LG, man. The rest of it gonna go. I swear the rest of it is there.
We gonna touch Mugger. You know we getting in touch with you, man. Get you what you got to get to him and all the connections, man.
I already told my mother-in-law I'm trying to get that jet ski in Charleston. I'm trying to hit that water.
Go out there, man. Get your town, man.
Get your town,
man.
Charleston, thank y'all for having me for sure, man.
Oh, LG on my page. He looking for Mugger. What is it?
It's Mugger Man Charleston Plug. It's called Charleston Plug.
MUGGAMAN__ Charleston Plug.
Hey, he the one, LJ.
We got multiple IGs going on in here.
Yeah.
Oh man, shouts out to all of the people that followed us on YouTube. 1,000 subscribers. We're working on 1,000 subscribers in 30 days, man. Make sure you go follow us at the Morning Brew. Go follow Biosocial Nola. Go follow Biosocial Nola. Shouts out to Odyssey, man. We're gonna link up and make things happen for the Essence Music Festival. Because this might be the last year.
Oh Lord, man.
Hey, look, man. I feel the people though. It ain't that I don't feel the people. I feel the locals. I do. I just make sure, like you said, whatever we do next, we need to make sure we're doing some good negotiating. If that's what it is, I don't care what we decide to do.
I'm just waiting. Some about to be crazy for us. You know that, Don.
Yeah, some of it's already crazy
in the fall, and I can't say nothing. It's killing me.
The
fall is about to be huge for the whole world.
And you know that's my season.
And we coming to Atlanta, Vin. Trust me, we gonna be in Atlanta in a big way, man. Come fall.
I can let this cat out the bag, sir. I can let this cat out the bag. Then we gotta go. I will this fall. Wifey has been pushing this. I have been kind of pushing away from it, but this fall I will do my 25 years in radio celebration.
Oh.
Yeah, my nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, now, now I'm
it will
y'all,
happen.
y'all heard him. Now watch, I don't get invited. If Dizzle got something to do with it, I'm not gonna get invited, bro.
Man, what you talking about, boy? You about to be the host.
I don't so I'll get paid. I'll get food. If I get food, I don't need money. I just need food.
I got you
Pay me in,
a
pay me in
paycheck.
place.
Yeah, bring me a plate. That see, that's what I like, Vin. Bring me a plate. I'm good.
I got you
Pay
a
me in
plate and a
place.
paycheck. You good?
Cause I'm about to tell you, I sold some records. I had the #1 album in the world, but he couldn't buy it.
I'm gonna actually
Ah.
drop the save the date on that, man, so y'all could go ahead and get y'all
You
stuff
got your
together.
birthday thing coming, right?
That's birthday bash. That's for Jizzle. I mean for Dizzle on the keys.
Oh, that's for Dizzle on the
Everybody been hitting me
keys. I
up with.
thought it was yours.
You know, everybody been hitting me up.
That's
with
why I
like,
wasn't invited on there.
everybody been hitting me up. They was like, everybody been hitting me up thinking that's my birthday bash, but that's actually Dizzle on the keys birthday bash. I am just the host.
That's why I wasn't invited.
I am just the host. I'm hosting that joint.
If I don't get invited, I'm gonna pass by and throw eggs at it. I'll tell you that now.
Don't do that. Come on through. He invited you twice,
and
bro.
then I'm gonna steal Dizzle name. I'm gonna be served Dizzle on the keys.
That man have invited you to his event multiple times, bro.
They don't offer me a plate like my dude Vince say, man.
Jesus said, I thought that was your birthday party. Man, y'all know my birthday is in the fall, man.
Man, we don't know where you one of them dudes on the radio that got 10 birthdays.
Man, I'm a Libra, man.
I love my Mama Mia, but Mama I don't be knowing when Mama birthday is. Mama had about 6 birthdays.
For real.
I don't know.
That's what I'm gonna do this year.
My birthday.
Everybody say they want to throw me a party. I'm gonna be like, I'm there.
I don't really celebrate my birthday, man, because the way it fall, man.
I'm gonna throw you a birthday party.
Nah, it fall 5 days after Pac was killed, man, and that just messed me up. I don't really be. I be like, man,
man, we're gonna mourn Pac, and then
man.
5 days later, we're gonna tear it down.
They're gonna have titties and taters. Nothing. A plate there.
It could be arranged.
Long as they. I saw a midget stripper in Atlanta back in the day.
Hit up the Don P agency for all of your events. Whatever your heart desire, I will require.
There it is. So you can give me a midget stripper with a Kango on and some Timberland boots.
I'm sure it could be found.
And she got to have that one goal, at the top, that one goal in the corner.
Now you going too far. All right, man. We gotta get ready to get out of here. You want to say your sayonara, your goodbyes, and all that good stuff?
I wanna say, man, I pray every day for everybody that goes through a lot of things, man. I always ask God to give my blessing that might be set for me today for someone who needs that blessing. But I ask a lot of y'all, man, check on people, man. Check on elderly people in your family. Check on some of your homies, man. I don't care how gangster you are, how gangster you is. Check on your people, man. And y'all enjoy y'all week, man. And to all my hard 9-to-5 workers, man, I appreciate y'all, man. All my teachers that dealt with these kids this year, y'all got y'all summer break. I appreciate y'all. And young artists like Vet, I appreciate you, bro. Keep our fraternity going, man, and keep doing what you do.
All right, and then I do want to send some condolences out to a good friend of mine. Man, he lost his son earlier this week in a tragic car accident, and man, I just want to send my prayers to my brother. He going through it right now, and you know what I'm saying. I can't even famine or understand what it's like to go through something like that. And I'll also use that as an opportunity to remind everybody out there: love on your children, love on your family, love on the people that love on you. And even love on the people that don't, because they don't know. A lot of people don't know and don't understand how important it is to be appreciative of the life that we are blessed with every single day. So man, just remember to not take not one day, not 1 minute, not 1 second for granted, and live life to the fullest. And like I said, man, love on your people, man. I just want to tell everybody, man, sir, I ain't even seen you in a minute. I love you, dog.
I love you too, but pause. but no, seriously, man. I'm glad you brought that up, because I'll be personal about a lot, man. Young artist, man, that I know up in Virginia, man. His young daughter, she was in a car after graduation, and she lost her life to girl was driving drunk, one of her friends, and she lost her life. You know, my guy out there in Virginia, man. I don't know if you want his name said. And this weekend is crazy for me because a lot of my family coming in. My brother's, his father is being buried. You know, Clarence Bourgeois. They grew up in the Lafitte. He's being buried tomorrow. And one of my childhood homies, man, Bird the barber. Anybody really know him from Holly Grove?
Yeah.
He gets buried tomorrow also, man. And that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm saying check on people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, my father was murdered when I was 4, and my bro, who I call my bro, his dad kind of stepped in for years to always give me a father figure. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, check on your people, man, and you know, God bless to everybody, man, that's going through that, because it seemed like we was just talking about that. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, you're losing their loved ones, man. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
And it's right before Father's Day for my bro, man. And his dad was that one that came to everybody's basketball game,
Right.
and gave you first little taste of beer. You know what I'm saying?
All that good stuff. Yeah. You were talking about him.
Yeah, man.
You was actually just talking about him like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, man. For the Miller Ponies. For all y'all don't know nothing about the Miller Ponies, had an 8-pack, man, and he gave me my first taste.
I'm about
beer,
to go
man.
give me a pony and celebrate him right now.
Man, Clarence Bourgeois.
That remind me of my college days. We used to be on them ponies.
Yeah, them ponies. Oh, Lord, hammers.
Good times. Good times.
As long as you ain't drink Cisco and fall in some bushes like I did.
I drunk Cisco. I don't know if
You
my
ain't falling in no bushes.
I done fell in some bushes before.
Man, we gotta go, man. I'm not going. But y'all gotta come. If you're in the city, come to Bayou Social, man, and check out Don, man, and what he doing here. Kobe. I always say the name.
Kobe Singleton.
Yeah, Kobe Singleton, man, and everything that they doing here, man. This is the premier spot, man. Y'all got to come check it out, man. An awesome situation.
You can find me at the Social. I'll be here.
Find me. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Yeah.
All right. So that we said our sayonara's goodbyes. We are over time, but we own this. So
I gotta go visit Jamaica, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna email myself and complain. Hey, you went over time. Email myself.
Yeah, they can't stop it now.
Yeah,
I gotta go and feed Sugar, man, and Sugar my dog. A lot of y'all know who that is. And Jeezy, the Boudin ain't real in the 337.
They still drink Cisco Thunderbird, the MD 2020,
and mix it with the thing that just say gin on the bottle.
That's why they be winning all them boxing matches. They drink. Yeah, they drink Cisco and Thunderbird.
They functioning alcoholics over there.
Yeah,
man, we out of here, man.
One bottle of Thunderbird, you could run through a brick wall.
Try it. Let me video first. But nah, man, God bless y'all, man, and enjoy your weekend. We definitely see y'all Monday. We be back Monday. We're not gonna leave y'all for a lot of days until Don go on this European vacation.
Yeah, we'll see y'all Monday, man. We'll see y'all Monday.
Bless,
let me play some music to go in. Let me put a song on. I guess that's why we ain't go.
Gas Station Love on? Oh,
I can.
No,
yeah.
Go ahead, play what you
Nah, I ain't know what to play.
Song, wow.
Yeah. Oh, I should have. All right, man. There we go. That was what we was waiting on. That's what we was waiting on, man. It's time to get up out of here. Tell a friend and tell a friend. The Morning Brew. Go follow us on YouTube. It's Friday, y'all. Come on. Little E.J. Jones right here.
I can't put 5 on the pump right now because 5 ain't gonna get a gallon. Ain't gonna get it nowhere.
To the next gas station.
To your next door. I can't lie. Say, girl.
Oh, you look good.
Let me put 5 on 5, baby.
Before she's gone for good, she was in line, looking fine as wine. See, that karaoke got me thinking I could sing.
I think you could. You need me to back you up?
So name. I do what I can.
You do what he can.
Hey. Don't do too much.
Don't do too much. Watch out now.
Cause it's gas station love, baby.
It's love, baby.
Man, we gotta get our theme song. That's what we need. We gotta get our theme song.
We gotta get somebody to do a Southern Soul.
I'm coming to the studio this week, man. This weekend, I'm at the studio with Sir, man.
I need somebody to sing this part on Love and Whiskey.
I got you.
You got it?
Oh, I got you.
It's called Love and Whiskey.
Registered under my own. It's gonna be my alias.
See, you don't like my aliens, man. See me Milliken. He said, Paul.
Pause.
Do it up down.
I just keep on going. She said,
Man, look at Shrimp God the Rapper, man. One of my favorite names, man.
Shrimp God the Rapper. What's up, man? All right, man. I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man. We got to get out of
Monster
here.
Mac, man, from Canada, way up there in Canada, man.